Sarah. Long time no see. Hey, heard you tied the knot with someone? And the man you're with now is making $500,000 every year? For some reason, the fact that everything is always about you is so mean. So, because things aren't fair, I'm going to be taking him. Tell me where you guys are living right now. What the heck? Never thought I'd need to talk with someone as mentally unstable as you again. What? You jerk! How dare you say that about your cute little sister? And if you were a cute little sister to me, then you wouldn't be saying crap like how you plan to take my husband away from me. Oh, you think so? Well, there's no point in trying to hide the glaring facts from you now, since everyone else seems to be talking about them. So yes, it's true. I got married to someone. But my husband is nothing more than your average office worker with a pretty basic salary. I have no idea what you're talking about when you said $500,000 a year. What? So if you're thinking of taking my husband away from me in the hopes that you'll become rich, that's never going to work out for you. And it's not like you're going to be able to steal him from me now anyway. Huh? What was that? What are you going on about? How come I won't be able to steal him from you? I'm not going to say why you won't be able to. That would end up giving away the kind of situation I'm in right now, so you're not getting anything else from me about that. Oh, I get it now. You're trying to cover everything up by lying to me, all so that I won't think there's any reason to bother you guys, and I'll just give up, right? But that's too bad. I already know where you and your husband are living right now, so there's no use in trying to cover anything up. What? You knew about where I live, yet you asked me anyway? I asked because I already know. Anyway, my plan to come out there and take your husband away from you will be starting tomorrow, bright and early. I know for a fact that he should be all over someone as young and pretty as me, instead of some old disgusting hag like yourself. It won't even be a gamble getting him from you. Ugh. Is that right? If you think that you can get him, then please come and try your best. Huh? See ya. Huh? How dare you talk to me like that when you're my older sister? I'm going to steal that walking ATM from you whether you like it or not. Sarah. The fact that you're typing out your laughter like that only tells me one thing. That you're brain dead and need to be put in an institution. You ass! Well, who cares what you think? I'm in a great mood today, so I'll refrain from fighting back right now. So what the hell is it this time, Livia? Your super rich husband has become my man now. Huh? That's what I'm wanting to tell you today. Can I ask you something then? What's that? Livia, where are you right now? That's what you want to ask? I'm at the apartment where you and your husband have been living, in your guys' bedroom. I'm not asking about what room you're in. Tell me what the address of the place is. I just told you the address. I'm at your apartment. Yesterday you left on a business trip and have not been home since, right? That's why your husband ended up calling me to come over and see him. And we've been laying in the bed that's normally reserved for you and him, making some of the best love we've ever had. I've been with him all night long making love, so we never ended up getting any sleep at all. Would you shut the hell up about all of that, you annoying little freak? Well, I just want you to know how happy we are with one another. Well, I don't care about all those gross details. Huh? Since yesterday, I have been at my house and haven't gone anywhere. Huh? I was just in my bedroom making the bed and everything, and as far as I'm aware, you were not in there. So what's going on here? Have you completely lost your mind now and believe that you're in my house having sex? Or have you started trying drugs and are having a really crazy trip right now? No way, Sarah. Well, then just know that currently there is nobody inside my house that is not supposed to be here. See ya. Hold on a sec. You just had your husband stolen from you, and yet you're not going to start crying about it or anything? Sarah, thank you so much for getting that divorce for me. Just this morning, we both went to the courthouse and got married. Huh? I haven't gotten a divorce, Livia. That lie isn't going to work on me, all right? After all, I went to the courthouse with your ex, and we both handed in the documents needed to get married, and they were able to process it all. If you were telling the truth, then we wouldn't have been able to get married then, right? So stop it with those lies. What courthouse did you end up going to? The one next to the Carlton City Hall. Carlton? Turns out that this super rich $500,000 a year making man loves me a lot more than you. So sorry about that. All right. So I wasn't wrong about you being nowhere close to my house. And just like I'd said before, I don't have any idea what you mean by a man making $500,000 a year. What? Hey, Livia, I think it's getting time for you to stop trying to pick on me like that. Don't you think the same? I totally get that a little sister like you who came from a completely different mother has always had something against me ever since your dad married my mom. And I felt the same way about you since you've always been trying to get in my way. The whole reason I left the house at the same time I went to college was with the hopes that you and I could forget about each other and live our own separate lives. So how about you learn to stop caring about me so much, and then you won't have to keep playing games with me, all right? If you can't do that, then I'm going to just block you instead. I'm not going to stop. Why not? Because if you leave me and I can't pick on you anymore like this, then my one form of happiness will be lost forever. I finally was able to go to your place and steal your husband from you and everything, even getting married to him today with the hopes of getting some form of entertainment out of you. You can go ahead and block me if you want, but I'll just get a new number and start calling and texting you from there. Now, let me tell you the good stuff. We are having our wedding in 6 months. It'll be a $100,000 wedding, so you have to be there to enjoy it with me. And your ex, my husband, said he'll be paying for the whole wedding. That's what I expected from my ATM husband who makes $500,000 a year. I love this. You are such a pain in the ass. Huh? Go ahead and have your fun then. Well, that's taking into consideration that the marriage and wedding you're talking about is even a real thing. And not some strange delusion of yours from whatever drugs you're on. None of it matters to my life and I anyway, so see ya. What are you talking about? I can't believe you are so destroyed by losing your husband to me. Olivia, do you have a second? Well, look who it is. It's Sarah. I never knew you had the ability to send me any texts first. How rare. Oh, is this because you finally came to realizing that you do want to be a part of my wedding taking place tomorrow? What? 3 months ago, I sent you an email with the invite to my wedding and everything in it for the RSVP. But then I was told your email didn't exist and that the email couldn't be sent to you. And you never responded to any of my texts either. So unfortunately, I had no choice but to not put you on the guest list, and there was nothing prepared for you. However, I'll be very nice to you this time by calling the venue right now and asking them to add you on the list last minute. So you'd better thank me later. I can see you're still under the effects of whatever drug you've been taking, rambling on by yourself like that. But I wanted to ask who you're married to. Like, what's his name? I always thought that you were just playing around that whole time with the whole getting married and having a wedding thing. But it turns out you weren't kidding, and so I wanted to check with you to see who you were having the wedding with. Oh, all right, okay. I'm with Robert, the man that I stole from you before, who was making $500,000 a year. I was right on the money again. So, now you can tell that he is completely mine now and will never be going back to you again, right? That man, he and I used to work for the same company before I changed jobs and started working someplace else. He was in a different department though, so I don't really have anything to do with him. What? The only thing that I ever seem to have in common with the guy is that after I got married, my last name changed to that of the same name as his. I think where you got all confused was that right there. Our last names. Huh? Also, just to make sure that there is no more confusion here, my husband and Robert have no relation to one another at all. They are not family and they are not friends. He just so happens to have the same last name, but besides that, he's a complete stranger to me. Are you sure? By the way, do you know the name of Robert's ex-wife at all? Well, now that you mention it, he never told me her name. I thought for sure that I didn't need to ask about her because she was you. I see, Livia. I think you'd better give up on that marriage with him sooner rather than later, all right? What? If you don't get that divorce from him soon, you're only going to be hurting yourself even more in the future. I can promise you that. Actually, I'm sure things will already be pretty rough for you now in the next couple of days or weeks. Sarah, could this mean that you are trying to go after my ATM husband now, who is bringing in $500,000 a year? Huh? I knew that's where this was all going. Hold it right there, Olivia. I'm not going to shut up and listen to you anymore. That guy, Robert, he's been arrested by the police a few times before. Huh? Yesterday, I got a call from Robert's ex-wife where she told me all about him. 7 years ago, he had caused some fights and was arrested by the police for assaulting someone. Huh? It all started with him being exposed by another coworker of his for harassing people in the office, which led to him being fired by the company. He then got into a fight with that coworker outside of the office and had to serve a short sentence and pay some settlements after. He then tried to find work in a different company after all that, but they were able to see he had a criminal record. Huh? I'm just telling you what I've learned about that man, so you figure out the rest and decide whether you really want to stay married to him or not. See ya. Sarah! I have no idea what's going on here anymore. What is it this time, Livia? Robert's ex-wife just came barging into our wedding without even giving me a second to see who she was. She grabbed Robert and dragged him away with her, and I don't know where they went. So you actually went through with having the wedding? I thought I told you not to take things any further. Because of his ex-wife, this wedding is having to be canceled now, though. Why is this having to happen to me? No matter what's going on with you there, do you really think it's going to help you any whining to me about all of that? But this was all your dirty work, right? You've been wanting my rich husband who makes $500,000 a year, and so you worked together with his ex-wife in order to try and steal him away from me, right? You think I'm going to let you get away with that? Huh? How the hell could I have anything to do with all of that when I'm overseas right now? What? You're overseas right now? I can see this whole conversation is getting nowhere with you, so I'll tell you everything in order to get you off my back. My husband and I, we met within the same company and started to date there. But with our marriage, we decided to take that opportunity to move overseas to one of the newly opened offices and help support its growth. We've been living here for a year now and have no plans of moving back to the US anytime soon. Even if you are overseas, that doesn't disprove the fact that you could have gotten help from my husband's ex-wife to do your dirty work. This is so pointless. I guess I'll have to do this to you then, since you can't seem to get a grip on reality here. Here we go. To start, the one making that $500,000 a year has turned out to be the ex-wife. Huh? She has helped in the building of many companies and also owns a lot of properties which she flips and sells for 4 to 5 times the buying price. Wait. You have that all wrong. Robert is the one who does all of that. And all of that seems to be your biggest mistake. What? Also, when it comes to the divorce of Robert and his ex-wife, that wasn't done with the both of their consent. It turns out that Robert handed in the paperwork without her approval and then fled from her. Huh? And his ex only came around to realizing he handed in those papers and got the divorce 2 days ago. It's not like she didn't want the divorce and everything, since she already had a few problems with the man, including the fact that she knew he was cheating on her with you. But the fact that he used her savings to pay for your whole entire wedding today is something she is not letting either of you get away with, hence her barging in there and taking him away. She plans to tear Robert a new one, and that's why you didn't even get a chance to talk with her before they both vanished. From what she's told me, she's not even going to take legal action with him, as her plan is to force him to work for all that money of hers that he spent, and she knows where he can do that. What the hell? None of this is making any sense to me. There is something that makes sense to me in all of this. What's that? I'm not sure if the plan was for the wedding to be paid before or after the event by Robert. But his ex was able to freeze all of her accounts before he could take any more money from her, and since she has him now, you're going to have to figure out a way to pay for that wedding. If anything still has to be paid off, that is. What? You were telling me before the wedding is $100,000, right? What? I'm not sure how much is left to be paid for and how you plan on paying it off. But if things are as Robert's ex had explained to me, you still have at least another $30,000 to $40,000 that needs to be paid off. Wait. And of course, that's not all you'll have to pay. You were having an affair with a married man for a little while there, so his ex-wife is going to make sure you pay her a settlement for doing that. I'm sure that Robert, who is making $500,000 a year, will be able to pay that all off for me. And if you were listening to me, you'd know he's not making squat right now. His ex is the one making the big bucks. I told you Robert was fired years ago and has not been able to find a place that will hire him since, right? What? To put it all into perspective for you, not only does Robert have a criminal record, but he is unemployed after losing his job years ago as well. And then, in order to marry you, he went and handed in that divorce paperwork without his wife knowing at the time. And while doing that, he took some money from her savings account in order to pay for your guys' wedding that was today. Naturally, his ex is not happy about any of this and is not going to forgive either of you for what's happened. And that's why you can expect her to go full send with you both here. Therefore, whatever money is left to be owed to the wedding planner and venue has to be handled by you and Robert. Huh? And since you had an affair with a man you knew was married at the time, it is 100% likely that you'll have to pay a settlement to his ex-wife now. No way, you're joking! Are you understanding things now? But the wedding is canceled now! And that's happened on the day of your wedding, so you still have to pay 100% of those costs. I don't have any money, though! And the only thing I have to say to that is you won't be getting any money unless you find a way to work for the money. Why do I have to? Because you were the one asking for all of this. This is all because you decided to get married. And had you just done your research a little better, then you would have noticed that I wasn't even in the US, and therefore you could never steal my husband from me. That's not true. I didn't do anything wrong here. None of this is my fault. And if that's what you still want to think, then so be it. Just be aware that no matter how hard you try to turn a blind eye to reality, your responsibilities will catch up to you, and every second you leave them unkempt adds another second to the hell you'll have to go through. Sarah! Now, good luck with whatever hell awaits you next. Wait, Sarah! Help me! Sarah! During this whole mess of events, I'm sure you're wondering what my parents were both doing, right? My dad hated the fact that this wedding was all happening because his daughter thought she was stealing my husband, so he never showed up to it. However, my mom ended up thinking that her little girl could never be in the wrong and thought that I had set it all up, which led to our parents getting into a heated fight. And wouldn't you know, that led to a divorce as well. When this happened, Livia began to freak out even more because she was just planning to ask her dad for some money to help her pay everything off, which now no longer was an option for her. She had a massive fight with our mom over it, saying it was her fault for pushing dad away, and that led to those two cutting ties to one another. Thinking that she could be just like me, Livia screamed at our mom before running off that she'd leave the US too and make tons of money, and that was the last of it. I'm not sure where Livia ended up going, but I heard from Robert's ex-wife that she received all the money from Livia that she'd asked for in one big payment. And along with that money was a message from a random number to me saying I was fooled and nothing else. To this day, I have no idea where Livia went, but that number was from Mexico, so that's a good guess, I suppose.
Hey, Misty, you got a minute?
Hey, Stuart, what's up?
You're off for work this Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah, but there's still something I need to do that day. It'll take me like 3 or 4 hours. Why do you ask?
Ayana says she wants to bring her boyfriend by the house.
Hold on, back up. My little Ayana has a boyfriend?
Well, actually, it seems like he proposed to her a little while back, so I guess it'd be more accurate to say she has a fiancé. He says he wants to do it the old-fashioned way and come to ask us for a blessing.
Oh my God, that's incredible! What's he like? Did she say anything about him?
Ayana said he works at the same company as her and is 2 years older than her. His name's Tucker.
Wow, I seriously can't believe this. I'm so happy.
So, what do you say? Do you think we can make time on Saturday?
What time will they be over?
I thought that it would be nice to have him over for a nice dinner. We can order out so we can spend more time talking. If that works for you, I thought I'd have them come by at around 6 p.m., but what do you think?
6 p.m.? Oh, yeah, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to be back at the house by then.
Great. I'll go ahead and tell Ayana that the plan is to have dinner around 6 then.
Oh, thanks, Stuart. Sorry, gotta go now. My boss is calling me.
Uh-oh. Should I take this to mean you'll be working late again tonight?
Probably, yeah. A couple of people called in sick today, and that means somebody has to pick up their slack, and that somebody is me. So I gotta get back to work now. Talk to you later.
Take care, and don't overdo it, Missy. Hey there, Yana. Just talked to your mom. She says Saturday is fine with her.
Great. So the plan is for 6 p.m., right?
Yep. We'll order delivery, so don't worry about making anything.
Gotcha. Thanks, Dad. I'll let Tucker know when I see him tonight. Speaking of tonight, is Mom working late again today?
Yep. Seems like her boss caught her on her way out the door.
Oh, her boss, huh? Dad, it's kind of hard to talk to you about this, but, I mean, come on, you realize it, don't you?
Realize what?
That Mom's cheating on you.
Well...
And it's not just one guy, either.
I guess you figured it out already, huh?
I'm not so dense as to not get what's happening when she's working late 5 nights a week and on weekends, too. Plus, I actually kind of saw her. You know, with one of her boyfriends.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it was about a year ago, though. And what's worse, I heard her telling him, "Don't worry, my husband will never find out about us." I've been debating telling you about that for this whole time, and I just couldn't hold it in anymore. I'm sorry, Dad.
No, don't be sorry. I'm the one that should be sorry.
No, you have nothing to be sorry for. I mean, it can't be easy to tell your own daughter that her mom is having an affair. Oh, and by the way, Tucker knows about Mom's affairs, too.
You talked to him about it?
I didn't have to. You know how I said I saw her with another guy? That was while the two of us were out on a date. I had already shown him a picture of my family, and with Mom and that guy being so close to our table, there was no way he wasn't going to realize it was her.
Boy, well, I guess the cat's out of the bag, huh?
Don't worry about Tucker, though. He understands what's really going on. He's on our side, 100%.
I see. That's nice to hear.
And while we're on the subject, there's something I need to ask you about.
What is it, Ayana?
I don't want Mom coming to our wedding. I'm not going to invite her.
I suppose I can understand why you'd feel that way.
So, if it's possible, I want to get everything taken care of before the day of the wedding.
I see.
Have you hired a private detective or something to get evidence against her? If there's anything Tucker and I can do, anything at all, let us know and we'll do it.
Ayana.
I know this has got to be an incredibly difficult time for you, but what Mom is doing to you is one of the worst kinds of betrayal in the world. We can't let her get away with this. We have to make sure she gets every single ounce of punishment that she deserves.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. To tell the truth, I've been thinking about when and how I should divorce her. And I guess the time has come. Hey, Misty, where are you? Ayana and Tucker just told me that they're heading over to our house right now.
Really? Oh my goodness, would you look at the time? I'm sorry, I'm going to be a little late to dinner, dear. It's taking quite a bit longer than I expected over here.
Gotcha.
Hey, Dad. Mom and the guy she's with just got out of the hotel room. Looks like they're taking the train back home. Tucker's driving us in his car, so we should have no trouble beating her there.
Okay, thanks. Hey, Ayana?
What is it, Dad?
I was thinking, it must be really painful for you to follow your own mother around like this. It's not like I'm hard up for cash. I can just hire a private detective to take care of the dirty work for us. You don't need to push yourself to do anything you're uncomfortable with, okay?
Don't worry about me, Dad. I'm fine. Actually, I'm glad to do this. This way, Mom will know the pain of having her own daughter not just know about her affair, but catch her in the act. I'm doing all of this willingly and gladly, Dad, so I fully intend to see it through to the end.
If you ever feel at any time like it's getting to be too much for you to handle, you let me know immediately. Got it?
I got it, Dad. Thanks for being concerned about me. We'll be there in about 10 minutes.
All right, see you then.
Hey, I have to tell you this. I just ran into Tucker a little bit ago.
Wow, really? Aren't you at work?
What a coincidence, right? We just so happened to both be in the same area on business. Oh, but that's not all. He told me I'm so beautiful. He thought I was Ayana's sister at first. Oh, can you believe it? Who says life ends at 30? I'm still as hot as I ever was.
Yeah, I'd say you definitely do look younger than your age.
I bet I could walk into any bar in the city and walk out with a young stud on my arm.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say you wouldn't have any trouble at all picking up a man. After all, you're cheating on me with 5 men as it is.
What?
So I'd say you deserve more compliments for your stamina than your looks. It can't be easy to juggle that many men at once.
What are you talking about?
I'll have to cut myself off there. All the things I want to say to you right now would make even the saltiest sailor blush. So you're just gonna have to fill in the blanks for yourself.
You're not making any sense. What are you trying to say?
Oh, come on, Misty. You're shameless, but not stupid. I know you're cheating on me, so you can drop the act.
What? Wait. Oh no. Stuart, did I text your number?
Yep.
I meant to text that to a friend of mine just now.
Ah, so that explains why you were acting so dumbfounded just now. Let me guess. You meant to text your accomplice just now, am I right?
No.
The two of you are both cheating on your husbands, and so you use one another to invent alibis for whenever you're with your boyfriends. Do I have all that correct?
No, that's not true.
You've been working so hard for these last 12 years to perfectly conceal your identity, but it looks like the jig is up finally. I'll give you an A for effort, though.
Stuart, I'm not having an affair.
Don't worry. Your accomplice's husband already knows about her part in your scheme, and she's currently getting a heaping helping of her just desserts as we speak.
Oh, no.
But enough about her. Let's talk about your infidelity, shall we? Granted, I haven't yet been able to identify some of your past boyfriends, so we'll start with just the guys you're currently fooling around with. 1. One of your subordinates at your company. 2. The sales director of one of your client firms.
How?
3. The husband of one of your friends. 4. Some random guy you met on the internet. 5. A former classmate you ran into at a class reunion.
No, you don't understand.
That's all 5 of them. And every single one of them is also married.
But you see...
And to top it all off, you were trying to make Tucker your 6th man, weren't you?
What? No, that's ridiculous. What kind of monster do you think I am? I would never make a pass at my own daughter's fiancé.
I'm very experienced, sweetie. I can please you in ways that little girl will never be able to. Plus, can you imagine the thrill? Having both your gorgeous wife and her gorgeous mother? I'm starting to sweat just thinking about it, darling. And don't you worry. Ayana will never know a thing. She won't even get suspicious.
Wait, that's impossible.
You're almost 50, and you're sending the heart emoji in every single post? That's almost as embarrassing as flirting with your own daughter's fiancé. Almost.
How? How did you know that?
Tucker has been cooperating with me from the very beginning. You got played.
Played? What do you mean?
Oh, for the love of God, you still don't get it. What? Did you actually think a guy like Tucker would be at all interested in an old woman like you? It was all an act.
An act?
Tucker and Ayana saw you while you were out on a date with one of your boyfriends. They both know.
No!
Yes, Misty. We all know. Me, Tucker, and Ayana. We know that for the last 12 years you've been cheating on me with 5 different men at any given time. So like I said, you can drop the act, Misty. It's over.
Oh, this can't be happening.
To be honest, I do feel like a complete fool for not noticing sooner than I did. The signs were all there from the very beginning. And due to both my obliviousness and complacency, it's taken me far too long to come to this point. But at last, the end is in sight.
The end? What do you mean, the end of what?
I'm talking about our marriage, you idiot. We're getting a divorce.
What? Are you completely out of your mind? Our daughter is going to get married soon, don't you get it? Are you going to humiliate your own daughter by divorcing her mother when the wedding is not but a few months away? What will you tell Tucker's parents?
Oh, you don't need to worry about them at all.
What? Of course I do.
Nope, Tucker has already talked about the whole thing to them, and they gave their terms.
Terms? What terms?
They said that they would only give their blessing to the marriage if I divorced you before the day of the wedding.
Well, that's insane.
But that's honestly beside the point. Ayana herself told me that she wants me to divorce you before our wedding.
Ayana told you that? I don't believe you.
Believe it or not, it's true. She said that she doesn't want you to come to the wedding.
Oh, that can't be. I'm her mother. She can't do this to me.
Maybe that will show you exactly how terrible of a mother and person you've been. You were cheating on me for 12 years. You're cheating with 5 different men right now. What the hell is wrong with you? I don't mean to take the responsibility for what you've done away from you, but do you think you might actually have some sort of mental illness? That's the only way it would all make sense. Even if that were the case, I just don't have the mental fortitude to stay married to a woman who's been betraying me for 12 years. My heart wouldn't be able to take it.
Oh, please, Stuart. Oh, let's calm down for a moment and talk about this, all right?
If you want to talk, you can talk to my lawyer. I've already hired one, so no, I'm not changing my mind. I'm divorcing you.
I can't believe you. How could you get so upset over a little affair? Fine, have it your way. I don't need you anymore. I'll be out of your life forever. Is that what you want? As for Ayana, I'll have a talk woman to woman with her. She'll come to see my point of view.
Wow, you really think so? Okay, I guess you can go ahead and give it your best shot. I wouldn't get your hopes up, though.
Hi, Ayana. So I guess you know about everything, but you understand where I'm coming from, right? You're a woman just like me, after all. Oh, you must know how good it would feel to have all sorts of men pining for you, no matter how old you get. That's all it was. I just wanted to feel like a woman. If that's what you really want, then why did you get married to Dad in the first place? What? I bet it must be nice to have a bunch of men in the palm of your hand, but once you get married to one of them, aren't you supposed to, stop doing that? Not to mention, even if you were single, seeing 5 men at the same time. There's a 4-letter word for that, and it starts with an S. Ayana! All I need is just one man who cares about me more than anything else in the world, and that's enough for me. I know he would never betray me, and there is nothing that could ever make me betray him. And to think, you even tried to get your hands on him, too. It wasn't enough for you to just betray Dad. You had to betray your own daughter, too. Well, I don't need any mother who would do that to me. Ayana, what are you saying? I'm saying I never want to see or hear from you ever again. Goodbye. Stuart! What is the meaning of this? I just got served lawsuits from the wives of all 5 of my boyfriends. Explain yourself, Stuart. What did you do? There's no way I could afford to pay off all of them. This will ruin me. Stuart, pick up the phone right now.
After some conversations and a lot of begging and pleading, Misty was able to settle with some of the wives for less than they were asking for in their lawsuits. But she had been seeing the others for several years at that point, and those wives weren't willing to budge. In fact, at trial, the jury awarded them more than they were asking for. As for me, I felt that the wives of the men she was cheating with deserved to get as much as possible, so I only sued her for the bare minimum amount. I worked it out with my lawyer so that we left her with just enough funds to pay them all off and leave her with as close to nothing as possible. That wasn't the end for her, however. Some of the men she had been cheating with were co-workers and employees of client firms. Her superiors were terrified of the kind of damage a scandal like this could do to the company's reputation, so they promptly fired her once it all came to light. Our divorce was finalized, and Misty is now faced with the prospect of being an unemployed, broke, and single almost 50-year-old without any money to polish her feminine appeal. She completely lost the youthful beauty she had used to attract all her partners up until now. The last I heard, she was living in a subsidized apartment building and working a part-time job at minimum wage, just barely scraping by.
Hi, Stuart. I'm sorry to bother you, but do you have a moment? I need to talk to you about something very important.
Now? I can't talk now. Too busy. Talk to you later.
Well, does that mean you'll be coming home tonight? Even if you're going to be late, that's fine. I can wait up for you.
Nope. Won't be home tonight either. Didn't you hear me? I told you I was busy.
Again? Stuart, you haven't come home in 10 days now.
Would you get off my back already? And what do you want anyway? If you have something to say, just text me.
Stuart, how could you be so cold toward me? There is something very, very important that I need to talk to you about.
Yeah, then hurry up and say it now. God, you're impossible to talk to sometimes. Do you have any idea how much work I have to do? This had better be a life or death type of scenario.
Well, about that, I've been telling you for some time that I haven't felt well, right? Since about a month ago? Don't tell me you don't remember. I've told you so many times.
What do you want me to say? I don't remember.
Fine, let's keep moving along, I suppose. I finally finished my big project at work the other day, so I took some time off and went to the doctor to get checked out. They told me I would need to take a long series of tests, and, well, the results just came in.
And? Would you get to the point already? Just spit it out, damn it.
I'm dying, Stuart. I only have around a year left.
What?
They said they found a tumor, and it's malignant. I was in so much shock that I couldn't really pay attention to the details. But from what I understand, the treatment costs would be massive. And even if I somehow managed to put the money together, there is no guarantee it would work. They said the hospitals around here can only treat the symptoms. And so, that's it. I have a year left to live.
Are you being serious? This isn't a joke, right?
I really wish it was a joke, Stuart, but it's not. It still doesn't feel real, though. It feels like a dream. More like a nightmare, really. They also said that they want you to come with me to my next appointment. The doctor wants to talk to you, too.
Gotcha. Sure, I'll go to the hospital with you. But the thing is, I really can't step away from my work right now. It should be done soon. Could you give me just 3 days?
Okay, that should be fine. I'm sorry about this, Stuart. Hey there, Stacy girl. It's been a while, huh? Huh? Amy, it's you? But how are you texting me right now? I never gave you my new phone number. Yeah, well, I saw your name in Stuart's contact list and copied it onto my phone. I think the last time we spoke was when Mom and Dad kicked me out of the house. It's been like, 2 years or so? How have you been? You doing well? Oh, yeah, that's right. You're not doing well at all, are you? You're dying. You only have a year to live? Sucks to be you. Wait a second. What do you mean you got my number from Stuart's phone? And how did you know I was sick? There's no reason you would know about that. Tell me what's going on right now. You want to know? Stuart told me all about it when he came over yesterday. Oh, and you want to know where he is now? He is sound asleep in bed right next to me. What? Man, you really are an oblivious idiot, Stacy. You really still don't get it? Oh my God. Stuart's been so busy with work that he hasn't come home in almost 2 weeks, and you never suspected the single most obvious explanation? How dumb can you possibly be? Do you mean... Oh, do you get it now? Stuart wasn't busy with work. That was all a lie. No, he's been with me this whole time. Oh, Stacy, he was so happy when he came over today to tell me some wonderful news. And you should have seen the smile on his face when he said you were dying. This way he won't have to divorce you and he'll get your life insurance money. He was as excited as a kid at a theme park. And once you're finally out of the way, there won't be anything stopping us from getting married. No, I don't believe it. Stuart was having an affair with you? This can't be real. Aw, you poor little thing. I feel bad for you. A little. I mean, not only is your husband cheating on you with your own little sister, but you're also gonna die in a year. Your life is like a soap opera. You What the hell is wrong with you? How could you sleep with a married man? How? You mean you forgot how to do it? Maybe that would explain why it was so easy for me to take him from you. Anyway, Stuart and I are getting married, just so you know. With all the money he'll get from your life insurance, we're gonna have a legendary wedding. So is there any way you could speed things up in that department? You are evil, Amy. If you'll excuse me, Stuart just woke up, so I'm gonna have a little more fun with him. Keep feeding that tumor, will you? The bigger, the better. Don't you put your phone down. I'm not done with you. Amy! Stuart, we're gonna have a talk right now.
Huh? What do you want? I've got a ton of work to do. I can't talk now.
You can drop the axe, Stuart. Amy already told me everything.
What?
How long have the two of you been having an affair? I mean, when did you even meet? You knew that Amy was my sister, didn't you?
Oh, crap. This is just great. Amy went and blabbed to you? God damn it. This is the worst possible timing for you to find out.
So then you admit it. You've been cheating on me. All this time that you've been saying you had to be at work until late, all the times you've spent the night at the office and came home in the morning, those were all lies? You were just saying that so you could go and see her?
Well, I guess the cat's out of the bag. Yep, about 6 months or so ago, I just happened to run into Amy on my way home from work. We stopped in a cafe to chat, and we started falling for each other right away. In my defense, I only learned later on that she was your sister, but my God, she's so much hotter than you. How was I supposed to know? She's got it all. Looks, style, personality. She's not frumpy and grumpy like you.
You are scum, Stuart. You cheating, lying creep. I bet you and her spend all your time together mocking me like that, don't you?
Yeah, all the time. The best thing is how we've basically been making zero effort to even hide our affair. I might as well have been wearing a sign on my back saying, "I'm cheating, you idiot." And now I find out you're dying? This has been the best week of my life.
Why, Stuart? Haven't I been a good wife? What have I done to you to deserve this?
To me? Nothing really. I guess if I had to say why, I just got tired of being married to a fat, ugly, depressing harpy like you.
What?
I heard all about how you got your parents to kick her out of the house. You were jealous of how much prettier she was, and your parents took your side over her. Poor Amy. She didn't deserve to be born into such an awful family. I wish I knew what a spiteful, bitter woman you were before I married you. Our wedding day was the single worst day in my entire life.
I don't believe what I'm hearing. What sort of nonsense has that girl been telling you? You want to know what really happened?
Nah, I'm not interested in hearing whatever lies you're gonna make up. I know whatever I need to know. You lied to get your sister thrown out of the house. Go whine about it on social media or something. Honestly, I bet your tumor is punishment for what an evil person you've been your whole life. How's that karma taste, Stacy?
You know what? I actually think you and Amy are perfect for each other. I'm divorcing you, Stuart. Go to hell.
Oh no, divorce? Anything but that. I guess it does suck that now I won't get your life insurance benefits anymore, but it's whatever. Seriously, what was Amy thinking? She broke the news way too soon. But that impulsive go-getter side of her is pretty cute, I think.
Enjoy yourself while you can, Stuart. I'm going to see to it that the two of you regret this for the rest of your lives.
Oh, I'm literally shaking in fear. What are you gonna do about it? You're gonna be dead a year from now.
That's more than enough time for me. And besides, I'm too stubborn to die before I get my revenge. You two are gonna curse the day you met each other. Mark my words. You've been warned.
Stacy, are you there? I need money now.
Huh? What is this, some new wire fraud scheme? Sorry, Mr. Wealthy deposed Nigerian prince, I'm not buying it.
Stop joking around, Stacy. This is serious. Amy's life is on the line. She's been feeling under the weather lately, so she went to the hospital. I really don't know the details, but one of her organs has gone bad. They said that if she doesn't get a transplant soon, she's gonna die. And the operation is gonna cost a ton of money.
Oh, and?
And? Is that all you have to say? You gotta give back all the money you took from me. And you're her sister, so you're gonna have to be the donor.
Nope, I'm still not really understanding what you want here. Exactly why do I have to give you money and give my sister one of my organs?
Because you're the only one who can. Don't you know how transplants work? The donor has to be someone who's compatible with the recipient, and you're the only person who can do it. You took tons of money from me, so I know you've got more than enough to give back.
Money? Are you by any chance referring to the settlement for your affair? You know the lawsuit I filed against you 6 months ago? You want me to give that back to you? I don't know what organ Amy needs, but I think you might need a brain transplant.
God, you're a piece of work. Just get over here tomorrow as early as possible. I have all the forms you need to sign right here. You've only got a year left to live anyway. For once in your life, how about you be a decent sister?
Excuse me? Let me think. Should I do this to help you out? Nope. Should I do this for that girl then? Nope, not a chance in hell. Even if I wanted to, I can't. Nah, I think I'll go ahead and live out the next 70 years or so of my life in peace. Oh, and the money from the settlement is all gone.
What? What are you talking about? You only have 6 months left. And what did you do with all that money? You didn't do something stupid like give it to charity, right?
I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but I'm cured.
You what?
I took the money I got from the two of you for your affair and went to a private hospital that my doctor told me about that had the technology to get rid of the tumor. The surgery was done in a few hours, and after a few weeks in the hospital for observation, I was discharged tumor-free and ready to live the rest of my life however I damn well please.
No. You mean you're not gonna die?
Nope, like I said, fully cured. I can walk, run, swim, work, whatever I want. I actually already started working at my old company this month. And it's a good thing, too, since that surgery cost me every last cent of the settlement money.
You can't be serious. But if you are, then that means you have to help me out.
Explain.
The only reason you're better is because of my money, right? That means you owe me. And since you also sued Amy, that means you owe her too. You owe us, and it's time to pay up.
You are out of your mind. You actually think I owe you? Get real, you moron. Let's recap, shall we? When I got sick, what did you do? You completely abandoned me so you could shack up with my sister, who you'd been cheating on me with for 6 months. I owe you? What do you think I got that money for, anyway? It was to remedy the wrongs that you had done to me.
But Amy's your sister. You can just abandon your own sister in her time of need.
Amy? She's not my sister, not anymore. That relationship was severed a long time ago. And besides, she brought all this on herself. She knew the consequences for what she was doing when she made the life choices that she did.
How dare you say that? Do you have any idea how badly Amy is suffering right now?
Yeah, actually, I have a pretty good idea. I mean, didn't you hear? Did she tell you what caused her to get sick?
Huh?
Did you hear the name of her disease? Did you talk to the doctor directly, or did you hear everything from her?
Well, Amy gave me the general rundown of what was going on. She said that it was something she was born with, and it just started getting worse lately.
Born with? No way. No, she was born as healthy as a horse. She wasn't born with anything but a black hole for a soul, apparently. No, she picked up her disease more recently than that, and as for what caused it, well, let's just say she's had a lot of men in her life.
Wait, you mean...
I swear that girl has slept with every single man she's ever seen. Back in high school, she was hitting on every boy in the school, including the teachers. She'd spend nights and weekends with men she met online. Then she started going to seedy bars and leaving with different men every night, and sometimes more than one. At one point, word got around town that she was dating a leader of one of the gangs that operates downtown. This guy was absolutely notorious. Everyone knew about him. My mom and I tried as hard as we could to get her to come to her senses, but nothing got through to her. Then one day, she got pregnant with some guy that none of us even knew. She stole a bunch of my parents' money and left the house one night, and after that, my parents officially disowned her. Apparently, she was intending to settle down with that guy, which would be a nice change. But then the baby was born, and, well, let's just say it was pretty obvious he wasn't the father. So, naturally, he kicked her to the curb, and Amy kicked her son to the curb, putting him up for adoption. And what did she do the moment she left the adoption agency? Started shacking up with other guys. From what I heard, the kid was born healthy, so I'd imagine she contracted her disease after that.
Wait, hold on. That can't be true. Amy told me the whole story. She said your parents called her dead weight for being sick and kicked her out. And you always jealous because she was prettier than you. You guys were the problem, not her.
Oh, I see. So that's the story she told you, huh? I guess that would explain why you'd been treating me so harshly for a while back before we got divorced. She told you that BS sob story and you bought it? What kind of gullible moron are you?
She was sobbing though. Those tears were real. She told me that I was the only person that she could trust. How could I just let her suffer? I had to rescue her from you.
Oh my God, you are so pathetic. So what, do you just believe anything a crying woman tells you? You don't think to, ask someone else about her? And just so you know, you're not the only man she has right now. As far as I'm aware, she's seeing 5 other guys. She posts all the pictures on her burner account she doesn't think I found.
I don't believe you. You're the liar, not Amy. I trust Amy. She loves me.
Hey, you're free to believe me or not. It's not really my problem. I'm just telling you what I know to be facts, that's all. She was sleeping with every male in town with a pulse for years, and now the bill for that lifestyle has finally come due. I'm not giving her any money or any of my organs. Not after everything she's done to me and my family. Besides, she's got 6 men on her short list. She can ask them for help. I bet if you guys all pooled your money together, she could afford the surgery. Maybe one of them is compatible as a donor, too. Ask her for their numbers if you want. Bye-bye.
Hey, wait. Stacy. I've been thinking.
Oh, one more thing. I'm leaving the country for a while.
What?
My work is sending me to a temporary post in an overseas branch. They said they were anxious for me to come back since I'm the best one for the job. No one else around here speaks the language. And since the company's paying for everything, I think I'll do a little sightseeing before I come back. So don't bother asking me for money or organs anymore, because I can't give you either.
No, that's not it. Like I said, I've been thinking. And, well, do you think we might be able to have a chat sometime? We can have dinner together, drinks, I'm free whenever.
Let me go ahead and stop you right there. I do not love you anymore. I have no feelings for you anymore other than hate. I would rather them put the tumor back in my body than ever see your face again. So if I've made myself clear, never contact me again. Adieu.
Wait, Stacy, please. I'm sorry for everything. I was a fool. Please forgive me. Take me back.
After that, Stuart went right into the hospital room and asked Amy a few passing questions. He discovered that, lo and behold, everything I said was 100% true. He told her he wanted a divorce, but of course she refused. He even tried doing what I told him and contacted all of Amy's other boyfriends for help. But alas, all that happened was a bunch of angry voicemail exchanges. In the end, all of the other boyfriends disappeared and Stuart was left to deal with Amy alone. While all of that was going on, Amy's condition continued to worsen. She's been weakened to the point that she can't even lift a pen to sign the divorce papers that Stuart keeps by her bedside. So, since he can't divorce her and has no money to hire help, Stuart now has to serve as a 24/7 caretaker for his now invalid wife. Something tells me that arrangement won't last very long, though. Despite my final words, Stuart kept begging me to help right until I left the country. And now that I'm free of all that baggage, I can finally enjoy myself for the first time in forever. I see this trip as a major turning point in my life, a chance to get a new start. And this time around, I am not gonna marry anyone like that dirtbag. Mom, I have big news, like humongous news. Allie, aren't you still at school? What is it? You know that incredible pianist Hayden Jacobson that I love? Guess what? He's gonna do a recital at the auditorium downtown. Wow, oh, that's amazing. If I recall correctly, he actually graduated from your high school, didn't he? Well, it's crazy to think someone from our town is now a world-famous musician. I know, right? Back when I was a freshman, he played a special mini concert at our high school for the music department. That was what made me want to be a pianist. But this is going to be a full recital. I have to go. Will you come with me? Wow, are you sure that would be all right? Well, duh, you've been so supportive of me and my dream of becoming a pianist like Hayden. I would love for you to come with me. Is that so? I suppose we'll have to reserve our tickets quickly then. I'd hate for you to miss out on such an incredible opportunity as this. So you'll go with me then? Awesome! I'm so excited! Hello, Lisa. I need you to come over here tomorrow and help me. I'm planning to clean my kitchen. Oh, tomorrow? Yes, we'll start working at 10 a.m. sharp, so make sure you're here no later than 9 a.m. You'll need to help me prepare as well. Oh boy, this is really unfortunate timing. I'm sorry, Mom, but I'm afraid I can't make it at that time. What was that? It almost seems as though you're disobeying a direct order from your mother-in-law. No, it's not that. Would it be okay to do it in the afternoon? That would work better for me. Maybe I wasn't clear. You will start your work at 10 a.m. sharp. End of discussion. Please understand, I have plans for tomorrow morning that I can't put off until later. Plans? You? What on earth could you be doing? There's something I need to do for Allie right at 10 o'clock. It's very, very important to her. Oh, something for Allie, you say? Yes, it's for Allie. She's got school tomorrow, and since I'm at home, she needs me to take care of it for her. Well then, I suppose I can make an exception if it's for her. Fine, you can come clean in the afternoon. Thank you so much, Mom. I really appreciate you being so understanding. Hey, Mom! Well, did you get the tickets? I sure did. Yes! Thank you, Mom! I was so nervous that the tickets would get sold out instantly. I couldn't even pay attention in my last class. My social media feed has been full of people saying there were only a few tickets left. What's that? Are you looking at social media during class? No. But seriously, thank you so much, Mom. To be honest, you were right to be nervous. There were only 5 open seats when I went through the checkout. And speaking of which, I hope you won't be too upset to be up in the nosebleed section. We'll have to remember to bring a good pair of binoculars. Nah, I'm just glad to be able to go at all. Besides, it's not like that auditorium is that big, and it's a piano recital, not a movie. As long as I can hear it, I'll be more than happy. Sure, it would be nice to be up close to the stage, but I'm not all that concerned. Good to hear. Well, I got my order confirmation email just now, so it looks like we're all set. Wow, thank you so much, Mom. I can't wait. Hey, Mom. I'm sitting here in my seat. Are you still waiting in line for the bathroom? Yep, I'm still here. This line is unbelievable. And the men's bathroom has no line, of course. I told you to go to the bathroom before we left the house, didn't I? Boy, you sound like me right now. I wanted to wait until just before the concert started. I didn't want to have to leave halfway through. Think you're gonna make it in time? Yeah, I should be fine. I'm almost at the bathroom door. Wait. What's going on? I think I see Grandma coming up the stairs. Really? Did Grandma say anything about coming to the concert today? Well. A friend invited me to the concert tonight, and what's this I see? My dear daughter-in-law, Lisa. And what's more, I just saw you sit down in the very front row. What do you think you're doing, Lisa? You have some explaining to do. You're up here in the most expensive seats in the house, and you didn't even tell me? Mom, what are you talking about? You've got some nerve hiding from your own mother-in-law that you're spending piles of cash on luxuries like this. Mom, again, I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm at the concert, yes, but I'm standing in line for the restroom right now. I'm not sitting down. And no, I don't have the tickets for the front row. We're actually pretty high up in the back. Mom, this is really bad. So the woman that's sitting in front of Grandma kinda looks like you, I guess. And Grandma just kicked her. Like, really kicked her. What? Yeah, she literally kicked her out of her seat. And then Grandma sat down where she was sitting. All the people sitting around her are so shocked at what happened that they're all just kind of staring with confused looks on their faces. And what happened to the woman Grandma kicked? She started crying and just walked out of the auditorium. Oh, I hope she's My goodness, sitting in the front row is a totally different experience. I feel like I'm practically sitting up on stage next to the piano. Mom, what on earth do you think you're doing? I'm giving you a taste of your just desserts, you little upstart. Listen to me, that isn't my seat. What? Update, Mom. I was right. It definitely was Grandma who kicked that lady. Some staff guys came by just now and they dragged her out of the auditorium. Oh no, well, this is just going from bad to worse. Yeah, and I'm not done. While they were dragging her out, she was shouting, "Get your hands off me! This is my seat! My good-for-nothing daughter-in-law gave it to me!" Wow, she's still convinced that it was me sitting in that seat? Yeah, looks like it. The dress she was wearing is practically the exact same as the one you have on. Plus her hair is the same length and color, and you're just about the same height, too. I honestly did a double take when I first saw her because I thought she was you. Wow, that's insane. What an incredibly unfortunate coincidence. Lisa, you owe me an apology. For what? Don't give me for what. You know what you did. You thoroughly humiliated me at the concert last night. And thanks to you, the dear friend who invited me with her told me she doesn't want to see me again. Not to mention my husband and son are both furious at me. Sure, the woman I kicked agreed to not press charges, but you wouldn't believe the amount of money I had to pay her to do that. It was the worst night of my entire life. If I understand correctly, the woman in the front row that you thought was me and decided to literally kick out of her own seat just so happened to be the pianist's wife, right? Yes, that just makes this all the more humiliating. Shouldn't you have, talked to her? Looked at her face, made sure you had the right person before up and kicking her? If you had done that, none of this would have happened, and we all could have been spared the embarrassment of your exploits last night. Enough! I demand an apology from you this instant! Hi, Grandma. My, if it isn't my dear Allie! Oh, listen, darling, you'll never believe what your mother has done to me this time. What I don't believe is what you did at the concert last night. Oh, no, Allie. Oh, not you too. What awful lies has your mother told you? Don't believe a word she says. I'm the victim here. I didn't have to hear anything from her. I saw it all firsthand. What? I was there at that concert too, and I saw everything. You were? Hayden Jacobson is my hero. He's the reason I started playing the piano. I know all of his songs by heart, and I can even play a few of them. And you assaulted his wife? How could you do a thing like that? No, Allie. Oh, it was all one big misunderstanding. A case of mistaken identity, that's all. Do you think that makes it any better? You're admitting that you were intending to hurt my mom like you did Hayden's wife. She didn't do anything to deserve that. But fortunately, she wasn't seriously injured and the concert went fine after that, but oh my gosh, Grandma. Do you have any idea how terrible it could have been if the concert was canceled because of what you did? Terrible? How so? We would have been held liable for the entire cost of the concert. Tickets, refreshments, everything. Really? Yes, really. You would have been looking at possibly even hundreds of thousands of dollars in damages. Do you not understand that? The only thing that saved you from that was sheer dumb luck. I see. You should be grateful that all you had to do was pay her off to not press charges. She may be willing to move past this, but I'm not. Wait, Allie, please, let's not do anything hasty. I'm your grandmother, Allie, and I love you dearly. There's something that's been bothering me for a long time now. You're always super duper nice to me, but at the same time, you're always crazy harsh on my mom. Do you have anything to say about that? Is there any reason you basically treat my mom like your slave? Goodness, Allie, that's not it at all. I'm just doing my part to help make her into a decent wife. It's for her own good. For her own good? Give me a break. You've never seen her after she gets back from doing all of your housework for you. Yeah, she's physically tired, but I can't imagine how hard it must be to mentally hold back from saying what she really thinks. You think she needs training on how to be a decent wife? I'd say you need training on how to be a decent human being. Allie, oh please, don't be so angry at me like that. You're making me sad. Oh, you're sad? That's it, I'm done. You clearly have zero self-awareness, and I'm wasting my time talking to you. I'm blocking your number. You're blocking my number? But why? That you have to ask just proves my point. I hate you. Allie, no! Lisa, please. Oh, you need to come over here and talk some sense into my husband. All of this is your fault in the first place. You need to fix what you've done. Ugh, what is it now, Mom? I just told you, come talk to my husband. Could you please start making some sense sometime soon? My husband is going to divorce me. Wow, he is? Really? Yes, now hurry up and get over here. Tell him that all of this is your responsibility. Apologize for what you've done and tell him that he can't divorce me. Apologize? For what exactly? I haven't done anything wrong. What? You're talking about the concert, right? You got mad because you thought I was sitting in a nicer seat than you, caused a massive scene, and assaulted an innocent woman. Tell me, what responsibility do I have for any of that? You were at the concert, though. Yeah, and? Let me ask you again, exactly what part of that night's events were my fault? It seems you're bound and determined to somehow make this all my fault, but it was pure happenstance that Allie and I happened to be attending the same show as you. Allie sat down in our seats and saw everything that you did to that poor woman. She then messaged me in a panic while I was waiting in line for the bathroom and told me what you had done. Then I went over to the staff and told them you were a relative of mine and took you off of their hands. You should be glad I was there. If I wasn't, you would have had to deal with that all on your own. You made me apologize to them. Now apologize to me for making me apologize. That was humiliating. Oh, that was humiliating for you, huh? How humiliating do you think it was for me to have to go around and apologize to all the rest of the concert staff for your disturbance? What do you mean? Hayden's wife agreed to not press charges in exchange for a payoff, right? That was thanks to me, by the way. And the other day, Allie texted you to tell you off and then blocked you, right? Do you get where I'm going? Literally every single involved party, except you, realizes that everything was your fault. How dare you? And it's precisely because of that attitude that your husband has had enough of you and wants a divorce. You can't talk to me like this. I'm your mother-in-law. Yeah, you're my mother-in-law. And you impudent little brat. If there's anything that's been made clear over the last week or so, it's that you, not me, are the one who is completely incapable of behaving like an adult. And since my husband has explicitly told me that I don't need to put up with any of your nonsense anymore, I've decided that I'm going to tell you like it is from now on. Well, looks like I need to have a talk with my son, too. Good luck with that. I don't think he's going to have very many pleasant things to say to you after everything you've done, if he even speaks to you at all. What? I'm out. Goodbye. A few days later, my mother-in-law and her husband divorced. She obviously had no way to pay Hayden's wife the amount that I negotiated for, so for the time being, her older brother is footing the bill. Oh, don't worry, though, she's not off the hook. He's going to have her become essentially a live-in maid for him and his wife until she's worked off the debt she now owes to them. And after that, he'll disown her. And he only agreed to that out of the kindness of his heart, since all of her other siblings turned her down. Looks like this isn't her first escapade of this sort, and even her own family is sick of her nonsense. So she's going to be an old maid working as an old maid for the next few years, then become a homeless old maid. But enough about her. My daughter sent a letter to the Jacobsons apologizing for everything her grandmother had done to them. They sent a reply congratulating her for being a much bigger person than her grandmother, and included a signed copy of his latest album. Getting a handwritten letter from her hero lit a fire in her heart like I've never seen before. And she's currently practicing the piano twice as hard as ever before.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Autumn!
Jasper? What's going on?
I need to talk to you about something important. Do you have a minute?
If it's something important, shouldn't we talk face to face?
Yeah, normally I would, but right now I can't. It's not something that's easy to say in person.
That's serious, huh? All right, what is it?
I need to ask you for a favor.
A favor? What kind of favor?
I'll be blunt. I want to break off our engagement.
You want to call off the engagement? Can I ask why?
Yeah, the thing is, I've been thinking. I get the feeling that you don't actually want to marry me.
What? Why would you think that?
Come on, Autumn, you know how we got here. We started dating more out of convenience than love, didn't we? I confessed my feelings, sure, but it was more of a spur-of-the-moment thing. You didn't turn me down, but it always felt kind of casual, like we were still in some sort of trial phase. But then we ran into my mom while we were out together, and before we knew it, things snowballed. We got swept up in the moment and ended up engaged. When I think back on it now, I realize I never really took the time to consider how you felt. I just assumed you were okay with it. But the more I think about it, the more I realize that it was probably all a misunderstanding. I think we should call it off.
So, you're saying that you think I never actually wanted to marry you?
Yeah. I mean, look at how it happened. You've never been in a serious relationship before, right? You probably just agreed to date me because you didn't know how to say no. I'm guessing you were unsure back then, and now you've just convinced yourself you're in love. But it's probably not real. You're just mistaking familiarity for love. If we got married like this, it wouldn't last. We'd both be miserable. That's why I think it's better if we call it off now and start over separately.
I guess when you put it that way, you have a point. Yeah, back then everything did happen pretty fast. Your mom was pretty pushy too.
Exactly. See? You get it. I knew you'd understand. So you're okay with calling it off, right? I'll let everyone know and you won't have to deal with it.
Now that I think about it, maybe you're right. Maybe I was never really in love with you. If you asked me what I loved about you, I don't think I could even give you an answer.
Whoa, wait a minute. That's a little harsh, don't you think?
Or maybe it's just that I've lost all feelings for you because of something that happened recently.
Something that happened? What are you talking about?
You're being so vague, it's almost like you're making excuses, trying to say the right thing to make this breakup seem clean and painless, but you're being pretty sloppy about it. Honestly, your whole excuse feels flimsy. You're not breaking up with me out of concern for my feelings, are you? You're doing it because there's something, or rather, someone, you want to be with instead.
What? What the hell are you talking about?
I got a message from Maple the other day. You know who Maple is, right?
Huh? Yeah, of course. She's your sister. I know that much. Why? What did she say?
She sent me this. Hey, just letting you know, I have taken your fiancé. I mean, he was practically begging for it. Honestly, he's been wanting to break up with you for a while, so it's only natural that this happened. We've already done plenty together, so once he officially breaks things off with you and we get engaged, it'll be a straight shot to the altar. I mean, let's be real. Did you really think someone as ugly as you could keep a man? You were always just a stepping stone. Too bad, Autumn, you lost. So, Jasper, do you have anything you want to say about that?
That damn Maple! I can't believe she actually told you! I was this close to wrapping this up cleanly.
So it's true then. You really cheated on me with my sister?
Yeah, it's true.
Why? Why would you do that?
Oh, come on, why do you think? Maple already told you, didn't she? It's because you're ugly. Seriously, it's obvious. Any guy would choose Maple over you. She's beautiful and you're, well, you.
Oh, I see. But back then, you were the one who confessed to me. You're the one who told me that looks didn't matter. You said you liked me for who I was. Remember?
Yeah, well, people change. Back then, I thought you were fun to be around. We had a few shared hobbies, and you made me laugh. I figured it was enough. But the more time I spent with you, the more I realized it wasn't. Looks matter. I deserve to be with someone beautiful. And when I met Maple, it all clicked. It was like being struck by lightning. She was perfect. Honestly, I even started to doubt you two were related. You're so plain, and she's stunning. It didn't make sense.
Unfortunately for you, Maple and I are indeed blood related. You were just too blinded by your own arrogance to see it. You could have at least been honest with me before things got this far. You should have ended it before we started making wedding plans.
Oh, please, why would I do that? I needed you around. You were the easiest way to get close to Maple. Dating you made it so much simpler to spend time with her. When Maple started making moves on me, I knew I had to keep you around. Then your mom spotted us together and things escalated into an engagement. I was pretty annoyed, honestly.
You should have told me before we started planning the wedding. At least spared me the embarrassment.
Oh, don't worry. It was all part of the plan. The wedding plans were just a formality. All I had to do was swap your name for Maple's at the last minute.
What?
Yeah, we've already met with both sets of parents. I told them that you and I had broken up ages ago, but remained on good terms. I said there were no hard feelings. They were fine with it. We've already started making wedding arrangements.
So no matter what I say, it's already a done deal?
Exactly. Both families are on board. Even your parents were thrilled. They were practically relieved that Maple was with me instead of you. Your mom actually said, I was always wondering why someone as beautiful as Maple didn't have a boyfriend. It makes perfect sense now. They were so happy to have a beauty like Maple in the family. You, not so much. Guess they were pretty embarrassed by you, huh? I mean, with how plain you are, I can't blame them.
Huh. I guess my friends were right. I should have cut you out of my life a long time ago.
Yeah, well, just blame your ugly face. Honestly, I'm glad to be rid of you. No more dealing with your plainness in my future family. Do us all a favor and disappear.
Don't worry, you don't have to tell me twice. I get it. You're not asking me to break off the engagement. You're telling me it's already over. Honestly, I'm embarrassed I ever thought about marrying someone like you. You can do whatever the hell you want now. I'm done with you and Maple.
Good. I was worried you'd make a fuss. I'm glad you're being reasonable. Oh, and don't bother showing up to the wedding.
You wish, like I'd ever come.
Hey, what the hell did you do?
Huh? Who is this?
Who is this? It's Jasper, your ex-fiancé, you idiot!
Oh, if it isn't the guy who said things like, looks don't matter and I love you for who you are, only to turn around and pick the prettier girl in the end. What was it again? Oh, right. The shallow, face-obsessed hypocrite. Wow. Didn't you tell me, and I quote, don't ever contact me again? So what is this, memory loss?
Are you mocking me?
No, just stating the facts. So, what do you want now? By your schedule, you should be freshly married by now, right? Why are you wasting your time bothering me? Shouldn't you be off on your honeymoon or something?
That's the thing, the wedding! It was a disaster thanks to you!
Huh? Me? I don't know what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. You were the one who said don't come to the wedding, remember? I stayed far away just as you demanded.
Don't give me that crap! You must have put someone up to it! You had one of your friends crash the wedding and ruin it on purpose! Don't play innocent!
What are you even talking about? I have no clue what you're rambling on about. What exactly happened at your precious wedding?
Don't play dumb with me. If you're not going to admit it, I'll spell it out for you. Because of you, my wedding turned into a complete shit show!
Right, sure, totally my fault, even though I wasn't there. I'm dying to know how you arrived at that conclusion. So, what did my so-called friend do?
It was the video! The damn video!
Video? What video?
The surprise video that was supposed to play halfway through the reception! Some friend of Maple's made it as a gift for us. A sweet montage of the bride's childhood photos and memories. That was the plan. But what played wasn't about Maple. It was about you!
What?
Yeah, your face plastered all over the screen. There were tons of recent photos, too. Photos of us when we were still engaged, holding hands, kissing, laughing together. It made it look like I was still seeing you behind Maple's back. The entire venue went dead silent. My mother was so furious she stormed out in front of everyone. You humiliated us.
Oh, that sounds unfortunate.
Unfortunate? You think this is funny, huh? You planned this! You pretended to be the bigger person and walk away gracefully, but you were actually plotting this elaborate revenge the whole time! You sick, conniving...
Whoa, you've officially lost me. I have no idea what you're talking about. I didn't do anything. And I definitely didn't ask anyone to ruin your wedding. Frankly, I couldn't care less about you and Maple's tacky little love fest. Why the hell would I waste my time plotting some grand scheme against you two?
Bullshit! You're lying! I know it was one of your friends! They pulled this off for you! They made the video, sent it over, and conveniently couldn't attend the wedding at the last minute! What a coincidence, huh?
Huh. That's interesting. But you see, I didn't ask anyone to do anything. In fact, I wasn't even thinking about you two. And honestly, none of my friends gave a damn about your wedding either. I mean, why would they? You're not exactly worth their attention.
Don't give me that. You're just pretending to be innocent. You're acting all smug because you think you got away with it.
Oh, please. You're giving me way too much credit. I'm flattered you think I'm capable of orchestrating some elaborate sabotage, but I'm afraid you're wrong. If you want my guess, did you ever consider that you might have just been sloppy? I mean, you did say something about just swapping the bride's name on the wedding plans, right? Maybe you screwed up somewhere. Wouldn't surprise me.
No way! We were careful! There's no way we would have made that kind of mistake! Maple personally updated the guest list herself! She made sure it was only her friends who were invited! I'm sure of it! Probably.
Probably, huh? Wow. That doesn't sound very convincing. So, you weren't exactly thorough, huh? That's what you get for being lazy. Honestly, considering how half-assed you two were, I wouldn't be surprised if you accidentally sent the invite to one of my friends. And if that friend happened to have a sense of humor, well, you know the rest.
Shut up! You're saying it was my fault?
Bingo! Ding, ding, ding! Give the man a prize! You said it yourself. You two were in such a rush to swap out my name for Maple's that you probably screwed up somewhere along the way. And now you're pinning your own mistake on me. How typical.
No, it was you! You did this on purpose! This is all your fault! If I'd never been engaged to you, none of this would have happened!
Oh, I see. So now it's my fault you're a disloyal coward with no spine? Right, got it. Listen, Jasper, if you want to blame someone, blame yourself. You're the one who lost interest in me and decided to keep me around for convenience while chasing after my sister. You strung me along for your own selfish gain, and now that your perfect little plan has backfired, you're throwing a tantrum. What a joke. You brought this on yourself. Don't you dare pin it on me.
Oh, shut the hell up! You think you're so high and mighty, huh? You're just bitter because you lost! You're nothing but a pathetic, jealous ex!
Oh, Jealous? Of what? You and Maple? Please. You're perfect for each other. A shallow, self-absorbed asshole and my backstabbing snake of a sister. I couldn't be happier to be rid of you both. You deserve each other. Rot together for all I care.
Wait! I'm not done! You can't just...
Oh, I absolutely can. You're the one who told me never to contact you again, remember? So let me return the favor. Don't ever call me again. Don't even think about me. You made your bed. Now lie in it. Goodbye, Jasper. Forever.
Hey! Wait! Damn it, get back here! I'm not finished! Autumn! Autumn!
A few days later, perhaps enraged by how I had handled the situation, he showed up at my house, dragging Maple along with him. He was clearly determined to force a confrontation, likely hoping to intimidate me or catch me off guard. However, by sheer coincidence, his mother happened to be visiting me at that exact moment. His mother, a strong-willed but surprisingly courteous woman, had come to apologize for her son's actions. Though she had initially believed her son's claims that we had parted ways amicably, she eventually learned the truth, that he had been lying through his teeth. Feeling deeply ashamed of her son's disgraceful behavior, she came to offer me a heartfelt apology. It wasn't her responsibility to apologize, she hadn't done anything wrong, but her sense of propriety and decency compelled her to do so. She was, despite everything, a rather principled and sincere woman. When he stormed in with Maple in tow, clearly intending to make a scene, he froze the moment he spotted his mother inside my house. His face went completely pale, as though he had just witnessed the end of the world. The color drained from his cheeks in an instant, and his eyes widened with pure, unmistakable terror. For a brief moment, he actually looked like he was going to bolt, but before he could escape, his mother caught him. Without hesitation, she grabbed his arm and fixed him with a fiery glare that could have pierced through steel. He squirmed, tried to shake her off, and stammered excuses, but she was having none of it. She yanked him back into the room and immediately launched into a scathing lecture. Her voice, firm and unyielding, rang through the house as she reprimanded him for his cowardice, dishonesty, and disgraceful behavior. And poor Maple, completely blindsided by the timing, was left standing there, awkwardly witnessing the whole scene. The poor fool had clearly picked the worst possible moment to play accomplice. Maple, who had no doubt expected a triumphant showdown, was instead forced to watch her so-called partner get thoroughly dressed down by his own mother. The embarrassment on her face was palpable, and she visibly shrank back, probably wishing she could melt into the floor. Honestly, the whole thing was almost comical. It was one of those moments where you couldn't help but feel a strange sense of poetic justice. He had come looking for a fight, but instead he got a brutal dose of accountability, served by none other than his own mother. And Maple? Well, she had just the terrible misfortune of being in the wrong place at the wrong time. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey, Alice, can you listen to me for a moment? Sophie? What is it this time? Today was the day of Amy's junior high school entrance exam results. Oh, that. What's with that casual tone? You're acting like it's some trivial matter. That's pretty irritating, you know. I didn't mean it like that. Hey, do you even realize which school my Amy applied to? It's East Junior High. East! The prestigious private school, you know, the one that's super hard to get into. Yes, I know. You made sure everyone knew by boasting about it at every single mom's gathering. You wouldn't stop talking about how she was going to the East Junior High. Oh, did I? Well, come on. When your kid's taking the entrance exam for the East Junior High, you're allowed to show off a little, don't you think? It's only natural. I mean, how many children can even dream of making it in? Sure. Of course, it would have been pretty humiliating if she didn't pass after all that boasting. Excuse me? Are you seriously suggesting that Amy might have failed? How rude! Do you seriously think my child isn't capable of getting in? I didn't say anything of the sort, but judging by how giddy you are right now, I take it she passed. Tell Amy congratulations from me. Huh? You're telling me to pass on the congratulations? Shouldn't you be saying it to me first? After all, I'm the one who supported her every step of the way. How ungracious. Amy is the one who did all the hard work, isn't she? I'm congratulating her for her efforts. I don't see why you're making this about you. Ugh. This is why people without experience don't get in. Listen closely, okay? Entrance exams aren't just about how hard the child works. It takes the parents' dedication and effort, too. Without me, she wouldn't have gotten in. You have no idea what it takes. Oh, really? And what kind of effort are you talking about? For starters, I found the best cram school for her. Not one of those cheap, run-of-the-mill ones. No, I made sure she went to the top preparatory academy in the city. And I didn't just stop there. I paid for extra tutoring sessions, private one-on-one lessons, you know. Top-tier instructors, not the mediocre ones most parents settle for. Do you have any idea how costly that was? And then there were the mock exams, the reference books, the exam drills. I bought them all, no expense spared. Do you know how much those cost? Probably more than you make in a month. And now that she's passed, we have to pay the entrance fees, the tuition, the uniforms, and everything else. I bet you can't even imagine how much it costs to get into a school like East. So basically, it's just about the money, huh? And correct me if I'm wrong, but you're a stay-at-home mom, right? Which means all that money came from your husband's salary. You didn't earn it yourself. Ugh, how dare you? I don't need to work, okay? My husband makes plenty of money. We can afford it. And you know why? Because I manage our finances wisely. Thanks to me, we have the financial freedom to invest in our child's future without a second thought. Unlike you. You probably have to pinch pennies just to get by. That's the difference between us. I'm a mother who spares no expense for her child's education, while you're just a stingy poor woman. Wow. Stingy poor woman, huh? That's quite the insult. Oh, don't be so sensitive. I didn't mean it as an insult. I just feel sorry for you. You probably can't afford to give Kylie the same opportunities. It must be heartbreaking as a parent to know you're holding your own child back. After all, entrance exams only come once in a lifetime. Ah, I see. But then again, even if you somehow scrape together the money, it wouldn't matter if Kylie didn't have the brains to get in. You'd just be throwing money away on cramp school fees for nothing. You know, you can say whatever you want about me, but do not belittle my daughter. That's crossing the line. Oh, please, I'm not belittling her. You're just being paranoid. Oh, really? Because what you're actually saying is Kylie is too stupid to get into a prestigious private school, so paying for tutoring would be a waste of money. That's what you're implying, right? It was just a hypothetical example. Jeez, you're so touchy. You really need to relax. Or is it just your poverty making you bitter and defensive? Just so you know, my family has an average, stable income. We're not struggling, so you don't need to waste your pity on us. But while we're on the topic, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. Would you mind answering a couple of questions? Huh? What now? How was Amy acting before and after the entrance exam? What? Why are you asking me that? Why should I tell you? I'm just curious, that's all. Well, if you must know, before the exam, Amy was dedicated. She was always studying hard. I didn't see how she was doing at cram school, of course, but she never missed a day. And at home, she listened to everything I told her and studied diligently. A perfect little student. I see. And how did she react after getting the results? Oh, she was thrilled, of course. She looked so relieved. It's East Junior High, after all. Even though she worked so hard, she was still anxious. Anyone would be, given how competitive it is. So naturally, she was overjoyed when she found out she made it. I see. Well, that makes sense. What? Why are you acting so weird? Do you have a problem with that or something? No, not at all. I was just curious. But actually, I have 2 more questions. Do you mind? Seriously? What now? Do you talk to Amy much? Huh? Why does that matter? That's none of your business. I was just wondering. We talk when necessary, the usual parent-child stuff. What of it? So just the bare minimum, huh? Got it. And finally, why did you even contact me today? What was the real reason? To give you the news, obviously. You were in the mom group chat when I mentioned Amy was applying, remember? So I figured you'd be curious. And since Amy and Kylie are friends, I thought it would be appropriate to tell you first before sharing it with the other moms. Oh, I see. But you really didn't need to bother. I wasn't waiting around for an update from you. If Amy passed, Kylie would have told me herself. They're close after all. So your call was kind of unnecessary. Ugh, you're so cold. No wonder you're bad at socializing. I bet you're not on good terms with the neighbors either. Actually, I get along just fine with my neighbors. We have a perfectly pleasant relationship. So no need for you to worry. Anyway, let's cut to the chase. You say you called to give me the news, but honestly, you just wanted to brag, didn't you? You wanted to rub it in. You were hoping to say, my child got into a prestigious school. Isn't she amazing, unlike your kid? That's what you were aiming for, right? Ugh, you're so petty. What an awful thing to say. You're just jealous. Sure. Whatever you say. Oh, by the way, there's actually one more thing I've been meaning to tell you. You'll love this part. What? What are you talking about? Actually, Kylie took the entrance exam for East Junior High, too. What? No way. I never heard anything about that. Of course you didn't. I never mentioned it. Oh, but didn't Amy tell you? What? No, that can't be right. There's no way. No way? Why are you so sure? You're hardly in any position to be making such claims, aren't you? What's that supposed to mean? Are you mocking me? Oh, not at all. I just realized you seemed a bit out of the loop, so I'm being kind enough to explain it to you carefully. You're welcome. Ugh, cut the smugness and just explain yourself already. Why on earth did Kylie take the East Junior exam? You specifically said in the mom group chat that you were sending her to public school. I remember you saying it. You were very clear. You said, we're just going to stick with South Middle. It's a fine public school. Oh, that's right. I did say that. But that was quite a while ago, back before they even started 6th grade, wasn't it? Huh? Oh, I guess it was. We ended up changing our minds a little later. It was after Kylie's homeroom teacher gave a talk about how after elementary school, not everyone would automatically end up going to the same middle school. Kylie came home and told me about it. Apparently not long after, she had a conversation with Amy. A conversation? About what? According to Kylie, Amy told her, my mom says, no way you're going to South Middle. You have to take the East Junior entrance exam. I told her I want to go to South with everyone else, but she got so mad at me. Now I have to study all the time. I probably won't get to hang out much anymore. And what if we end up at different schools and we can't see each other? I don't want that. Apparently, Amy was crying when she said all of that. What? That girl said all that nonsense to Kylie? Nonsense, huh? Oh, I see. You think it's nonsense. Well, let's put that aside for now. The point is, after hearing how upset Amy was, Kylie decided she wanted to take the East Junior exam too. What? Because my friend is doing it, I want to do it too? That's the reason? You let her take the entrance exam over something so frivolous? Oh, how irresponsible. If she actually got in with such a half-hearted motivation, then Amy's hard work and dedication would be completely trivialized. Amy put in genuine effort into her future, not some childish whim. Oh, I see. So that's how you see it. Interesting. But you're wrong. You see, Kylie wasn't just tagging along for fun. She genuinely wanted to challenge herself. She's always liked studying. Once she made the decision, she was completely committed. She worked steadily and consistently until the exam day. She was serious about it. No half measures. Oh, is that so? Yep. And do you know what drove her? It was the thought of being able to go to the same school as Amy. That was her motivation. And because of that, she gave it her all. So did Amy. They both worked hard, and in the end, they both passed. Kylie called Amy immediately. She was so excited she could barely speak. But I guess you didn't know that, did you? Wait, hold on a second, but what about the money? Do you seriously have enough to pay for private school tuition? You can't possibly afford that on your salary, can you? Oh, wow. You just keep going, huh? Still making those rude assumptions? But that's fine, I'll enlighten you. Kylie was accepted on a scholarship, full tuition waiver. No entrance fees, no monthly payments, everything covered. She earned it. And she's determined to keep it for the full 3 years. She's already telling me how hard she's going to work to maintain her scholarship. She's really proud of herself. What? No, that makes no sense. You're lying. You're just saying that to make Amy look bad, aren't you? You're trying to rub it in. You're trying to say Kylie is better than Amy. You're trying to humiliate me. Humiliate you? Are you serious? I'm telling you that your daughter passed the entrance exam and you're acting like it's some kind of personal attack. You should be proud of her. Besides, Amy's passing the exam is already a huge accomplishment. Do you have any idea how many students don't make it in? Isn't that enough? Oh, don't give me that condescending tone. What are you trying to say? That your kid is superior to mine? Is that it? Don't act so smug just because Kylie got a scholarship. If I made Amy study more, she could have earned a scholarship too. She is just as capable, if not more capable. Oh, is that so? Sure. But scholarships are awarded based on exam performance. It's not about who could have done better. The results speak for themselves. And besides, what matters now is what they do going forward. Dwelling on the entrance exam is pointless. You should be more focused on what comes next, although I do worry now that Kylie's a scholarship student. I can't help but wonder if you'll hold it against Amy. Maybe make her feel inadequate somehow. You are unbelievable. How dare you say that? Oh, did I hit a nerve? Oops, my mistake. But tell me, you did ignore Amy's feelings, didn't you? She wanted to go to South Middle with her friends, but you forced her to apply to East. You pressured her into it. She was crying to Kylie and you didn't even notice, or rather, you didn't care. You just bulldozed over her wishes, all for your own pride. Honestly, I feel sorry for her. Maybe you should try listening to her once in a while. You're being ridiculous. Her future is none of your business. Don't you dare tell me how to raise my own child. Oh, absolutely. You're right. It is your business, your selfish business. After all, you're the one who said a parent has to do what's best for their child no matter what. But in the end, you were just doing what was best for you. You didn't care what Amy wanted. You were only thinking about yourself, some selfless parent you are. Oh, you're so infuriating. I've had enough of your self-righteous lecturing, you. Oh? What's wrong? Didn't you contact me entirely of your own selfish will? I mean, you barged in here just to brag, but now you can't take the heat? How ironic. Anyway, I've got to go. We're having a little celebration for Kylie's success. So, if you'll excuse me, goodbye. Wait, don't you dare walk away. You can't just drop all that and leave. Hey, you! After the junior high school entrance ceremony, Sophie seemed to disappear without a trace. It was as if she had been plucked from their daily lives overnight. At first it felt strange. Her sudden absence was jarring. There were no goodbyes, no explanations, just an abrupt vanishing act. It wasn't until later that I heard the full story. Apparently behind closed doors, Sophie's parents had been struggling with irreconcilable differences over their conflicting educational philosophies. Their clashing views, which had long been a source of tension, eventually reached a breaking point, resulting in a bitter divorce. From what I was told, the final straw had been a heated argument over Sophie's future. Her mother had been adamant about pushing her toward a rigorous academic path, determined to have her attend a prestigious private school with intensive tutoring. She believed that Sophie's only chance at a successful future lay in excelling academically and was prepared to invest everything into making it happen. In contrast, Sophie's father believed that their daughter needed a more balanced upbringing, one that allowed room for both learning and freedom. He wanted her to enjoy her youth rather than be smothered by constant academic pressure. The growing divide between them became impossible to bridge, and the once unified family finally fractured. Following the divorce, Sophie was placed into her father's custody. It was an arrangement that, despite the heartbreak of her parents' separation, seemed to bring her a measure of relief. From what I heard, she was finally able to live more freely. Her new life with her father was noticeably calmer. Gone were the suffocating arguments and relentless pressure to perform. Freed from the tug-of-war between her parents, Sophie could finally breathe. She settled into her new routine, gradually adapting to the quieter, more stable environment. According to mutual acquaintances, she seemed happier, more carefree than she had been in years. Though it was bittersweet, I was genuinely relieved to hear that she was doing better. Sophie had always seemed burdened by the weight of her parents' expectations, and knowing that she had found some peace gave me hope that she was finally giving the chance to simply be a kid again. Meanwhile, Amy, Sophie's closest friend, remained in her familiar surroundings. However, her life changed significantly as well. With her parents' divorce finalized, Amy was placed into the custody of her father. Much like Sophie, she seemed to flourish in her new living situation. Freed from the constant tension of her parents' conflict, she was able to focus on her own life. From what I heard, she became more relaxed and cheerful. She no longer had to tiptoe around her parents' arguments or feel caught in the crossfire. The change gave her room to breathe, and she slowly but surely regained a sense of security and stability. Even though Sophie and Amy were now separated by distance, their friendship remained unshaken. Despite attending different schools, they kept in regular contact. They texted frequently, called each other, and made plans to meet on weekends or during school holidays. Their bond, built on years of shared memories and mutual support, easily withstood the challenge of being apart. I often saw them walking home together when they had the chance, chatting animatedly and laughing as if nothing had changed. It was heartwarming to see how their connection had endured. Even though their lives had taken different directions, they remained constants in each other's worlds. Watching them maintain their friendship reminded me that some bonds are simply unbreakable. No matter the distance, no matter the changes, they continue to stand by each other. As I watched them, I couldn't help but feel a deep sense of admiration for their resilience. Adolescence is a turbulent time, filled with emotional ups and downs, academic pressures, and the struggle for identity. Yet, despite the challenges they faced at home, they maintained a hold on their friendship. It was clear that they gave each other strength. Whether they were studying together, walking through the park, or simply chatting about their day, they were each other's safe haven. I often found myself hoping for their continued happiness. I wanted them to support each other through the inevitable hurdles ahead, the stress of exams, the heartbreaks of teenage years, and the uncertainties of growing up. With their unyielding friendship, I was confident they could overcome anything. Their bond was a reminder that even in the face of life's difficulties, having someone to lean on could make all the difference. Looking back, it struck me how much they had both grown through their experiences. The divorce of their parents, while painful, had given them both a chance to find peace and stability. Sophie, once weighed down by parental pressure, had found freedom with her father. Amy, no longer forced to navigate the emotional landmines of her parents' arguments, was finally able to focus on being a kid again. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Hey Vincent, there's something I wanted to ask you.
What is it, Leah?
I'm coming over tomorrow, so could you give me some money?
Again? Didn't you ask me the same thing just a week ago?
Huh? Oh, did I?
You know, Leah, you've been asking me for money more and more frequently lately. At first, I didn't think much of it because you always made it sound like it was an emergency. Every time you'd say, I really need it, or it's urgent, and I didn't want to let you down, so I gave in. But honestly, I'm starting to think this isn't right. I've been wondering, what exactly are you spending all this money on?
Huh. Oh, well,
What? Is it something hard to talk about?
No, it's not that. It's just, even if I explained it, you probably wouldn't really understand. It's nothing you need to worry about. Just give me about 50,000 yen and that'll be fine, okay?
Wait a minute. Isn't that more than what you usually ask for? You've been requesting larger amounts lately. If you can't even tell me what you're using it for, I really don't feel comfortable giving you more. I'm sorry.
What? Come on, why not?
I just told you why. I can't keep handing over money when you're being so vague about how you're spending it.
Why are you suddenly acting like this?
I should be the one apologizing. I've been too lenient with you. I kept giving you money without asking questions, and that was a mistake. But things are different now. There are gonna be more expenses coming up, and I can't afford to be so careless with money anymore.
What? I don't get it. You said you can't afford to be careless, but that means you still have money, right? If you have it, why not just give it to me? I mean, if you're going to waste it on other things, you might as well let me have it.
Waste it? Leah, if you don't even know what I'm using my money for, you have no right to call it a waste. I'm using it for something important.
Oh, really? And what's this important thing you're spending it on, huh?
You're demanding to know what I'm spending my money on when you won't even tell me what you're using mine for? That seems pretty unfair. Besides, I already mentioned it before. I thought you would have remembered.
Huh? You mentioned it? When?
Yeah, about 2 weeks ago. I told you then.
Wait, what are you talking about?
I told you that my mother was hospitalized. She's been sick, and I've been going back and forth to the hospital to visit her. I've already explained that I'll be busy taking care of her, which means I won't have as much time to spend with you. I also mentioned that her hospital bills and the travel costs would start adding up, so I wouldn't have extra money to spare. Do you remember now?
Oh, now that you mention it, I think you did say something like that. Your mom's in the hospital, huh? But honestly, I don't see how that's a big deal.
What?
I mean, you said you're just trying to be careful with money, right? You didn't say you were completely broke or anything. So if you've been saving up money all this time, the amount I'm asking for is nothing compared to your savings, right? It's just a small amount for you. You could easily lend it to me and it wouldn't make a difference.
You can't be serious. Are you really saying that?
Huh? What's the problem?
The problem is everything. Do you really think your logic makes any sense?
Of course it does. You're just being stingy all of a sudden. You've always been so nice to me, you know? I thought you'd have a little sympathy for me. I figured you'd think, oh, Leah's struggling. I should help her out, even if it's just a little. Why are you being so cold now?
Leah, I've just explained to you why I can't give you money so easily anymore. My mother's health is deteriorating. The hospital expenses and the travel costs are piling up. I've made it clear that this is a priority for me. Do you seriously not understand that?
Well...
Also, you keep telling me you have a part-time job, right? But the fact that you constantly ask me for money means your expenses must be exceeding your earnings. And yet you still won't tell me what you're spending my money on. That makes me even less inclined to give you any more.
But, come on, think about it rationally. Your mom's in the hospital, right? That means there's a chance she might not have much time left, right?
What?
So if you're spending money on her care, isn't that kind of a waste in the long run? I mean, she might not recover. Wouldn't she rather have you spend your money on something more meaningful?
Are you being serious right now?
Yeah, I mean, think about it.
You actually think it's okay to say something like that about my mother? Just because you're not getting what you want, you think you can be that cruel? Do you even hear yourself?
Oh, come on. Why are you getting so worked up? You're such a mama's boy, seriously.
That's not the issue. You just disrespected my family in the most disgusting way. Do you have any idea how vile that was?
Ugh, here you go again with your lectures. Whatever, I don't care about all that. Just give me the money already.
I get it now. You only care about the money. It doesn't matter what I'm going through, what my family is facing, or how much it's costing me emotionally and financially. You just want your money, no matter what. That's all that matters to you, isn't it?
No, that's not true. Why would you think that?
Because you've given me no reason to think otherwise. And you know, now that we're talking about it, there's something else I've been meaning to ask. This is a good time to bring it up.
What? What are you talking about?
About a week ago, one of my friends told me he saw you leaving a slot parlor. It was around 11 p.m.
What?
He said, "Hey, isn't that your girlfriend? She was playing slots until nearly midnight. Is she doing okay?"
That can't be. I wasn't there.
I didn't think much of it at the time. I trusted you. I figured it was just a misunderstanding, that my friend had made a mistake. But now I realize the truth. You've been using the money I've been giving you for gambling, haven't you? I feel like an idiot for not catching on sooner. I should have seen the signs.
No, that's not true. I wasn't gambling.
Don't bother lying. I have a witness.
Your friend is lying. I wasn't at the slot parlor. I swear, I've never been there that late.
So, in other words, you've been going to pachinko.
What?
Actually, I lied about the time my friend saw you. He didn't see you at 11 p.m. He spotted you at 10 p.m.
What? You tricked me. That's so cruel.
Oh, is it? Well, I figured there's not much of a difference between 10 and 11 p.m. What really matters here is the fact that the money you kept claiming was for emergencies or desperate situations was actually being blown on slot machines. That's the important part.
Oh, come on. What do you mean blown? So what if I spend some money on slots? I'm your girlfriend, right? Are you seriously going to complain about how I spend my free time? What I do is none of your business.
If it were just occasional entertainment that you paid for with your own money, I wouldn't care. It's your life. You're free to enjoy it however you like. But that's not what's happening here. You've been coming to me begging for money, claiming you're in trouble. You made it sound like you were in some kind of dire situation. But instead of using it for what I assumed were necessities, you've been gambling it away. That's not just irresponsible, it's deceitful. And the fact that you kept hiding it makes it even worse. So, what is it? Are you gonna deny it again? Or are you finally going to be honest with me?
Okay, fine. I'll tell you the truth. But if I do, will you help me? Promise me you'll help.
Just tell me.
All right. The thing is, at first I was only going to pachinko for fun. It was just a casual hobby, you know? But every time I was on the verge of winning big, I'd end up losing. And before I knew it, I was down more money than I could afford. So I started going back, thinking I could win it back. But it didn't work. I just kept losing. And then I got this stupid idea. I thought maybe if I had more money to play with, I could finally turn things around. So I tried to take out a loan. I went to some of the big-name lenders, but I couldn't get approved. The screening process was too strict. I was rejected by every legitimate company, so I got desperate. I went to a shady lender. They didn't ask too many questions, and I got the loan. But the interest rate was ridiculously high. I mean, insanely high. Before I even knew it, the debt started piling up. I was drowning in it. That's why I kept going back to the slot machines. I was convinced that if I could just get one big win, I could clear my debts. But I never won. I just kept falling deeper into the hole. So that's why I came to you. I was using the money you gave me to try and gamble my way out.
Wow. That's actually worse than I imagined.
But I just told you the whole truth. I was being honest with you. So you'll help me now, right? Please, just lend me a little more. I swear I'll make it right. Just a little bit more and I'll turn it all around. You'll see.
No, I can't.
What? You're not even going to think about it? I just came clean. I was honest with you and you're still going to turn your back on me?
Yeah, I'm sorry, but no.
You can't be serious. How could you be so heartless? Your girlfriend is suffering. I am drowning in debt, and you're just going to let me sink? So what? You're just going to say, oh, whatever, bye. You're going to abandon me after everything we've been through? What kind of man does that make you? You're a pathetic excuse for a boyfriend.
Wow, I'm honestly at a loss for words.
See? You're speechless because you know I'm right. You're a heartless jerk.
No, I'm speechless because I'm stunned by how incredibly selfish you are. You have the audacity to call me pathetic when you're the one who gambled away my money behind my back. You're the one who lied, deceived, and manipulated me, and now you're demanding more money and calling me heartless? Seriously?
Ugh, you're such an asshole. How could you say that to me?
You really don't get it, do you? Even now, after everything you've admitted, you still think you're the victim here. You're beyond saving.
Stop looking down on me. You're the worst.
Now, you know what? I'll spell it out clearly so even you can understand. First of all, let's talk about the slot situation. I could overlook it if it was just occasional fun, but you crossed a line. You became addicted, you put yourself into debt, and you dragged me into it by lying and stealing from me.
It's not an addiction. I just can't stop.
If you can't stop, then why didn't you tell me sooner? If you had asked for help before it got this bad, I might have been able to do something, but you didn't. Instead, you kept lying to me.
I did rely on you. I came to you for help.
Oh, come on. You mean you asked me for money without telling me why? You conveniently forgot to mention that you were drowning in gambling debt. You expect me to see that as you relying on me? Also, let's not forget how you insulted my mother. You showed zero respect for her. What do you have to say about that, huh? Do you feel even a shred of remorse?
Oh, shut up.
I see. That's your answer, huh? Then I'm done. I can't do this anymore.
Wait, what do you mean?
If you had shown even a little bit of genuine regret, if you had sincerely apologized or begged me for help, I might have considered it. But now I know the truth. You never cared about me. To you, I was nothing more than a walking ATM. That's all I was. We're done.
No, don't leave me.
By the way, do you have any idea how much money I've given you by now? I checked my bank statements. It's over $5,500.
What? $5,500?
Yeah, and you never once said you'd pay me back. You were never going to. You just took and took. You're financially reckless and emotionally manipulative. I'm done. Consider that $5,500 my parting gift. We're over.
No, if you leave me, I'll have nothing. I'll be ruined. I can't live without you.
Then you better find someone else to cling to. Goodbye.
Wait! Vincent, please!
After breaking up with Leah, I thought it was the last time I'd ever see her. I genuinely believed that our relationship had ended and I was ready to move on. But Leah, however, wasn't ready to let go. She began showing up at places I went, cafes I frequented, the park where I went for morning runs, and even outside my office. At first, I thought it was just a coincidence, but it soon became clear she was following me intentionally. She'd approach me and beg for us to get back together, promising that things would be different this time. Despite my repeated rejections, Leah wouldn't give up. It became increasingly uncomfortable and unsettling. She started waiting outside my apartment for hours, hoping to catch me on my way out. She left notes on my car, some filled with apologies, others angry, blaming me for abandoning her. Her persistence felt suffocating, and it became clear that she wasn't respecting my boundaries. As the situation escalated, I began to consider contacting the authorities. I was seriously thinking about filing a report and taking legal action, but just as I was about to do so, Leah suddenly disappeared. One day, she simply stopped showing up. At first, I was relieved. It was a welcome break from the constant pressure, and I could finally go about my day without worrying about her following me. But after a while, I couldn't help but find her sudden absence strange. Why would she give up after being so persistent? I later heard through the grapevine what had happened. Leah had gotten herself into deep financial trouble. She had been borrowing money from illegal loan sharks, and when the debt piled up, she tried to escape in the middle of the night to avoid the consequences. However, she was caught before she could flee. The rumors said she had been taken by the loan sharks and forced to work in a brothel, a shady, exploitative bathhouse where women were forced to work off their debts. I was stunned by the news, but part of me wasn't surprised. Leah had always been reckless with money, and it seemed inevitable that she would end up in a situation like this. As much as it shocked me, I felt no sympathy. Leah had made her own choices, and now she was paying the price for her irresponsibility. There was nothing I could do, nor did I feel any obligation to help her. In hindsight, I regretted lending Leah money in the first place. What had initially seemed like a kind gesture had turned into a massive source of trouble. It became clear to me that money and personal relationships were a dangerous mix. Even with the best intentions, lending money could lead to conflict and resentment. From that moment on, I promised myself I would never again lend or give money without being absolutely sure of the person's trustworthiness. Leah's downfall served as a harsh reminder of how easily things could go wrong when you failed to take responsibility for your actions. Her stubbornness, her pursuit of easy money, and her refusal to face the consequences had led to her destruction. Though her situation was tragic, I knew it wasn't my burden to bear. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story. We look forward to seeing you at the next story.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.
Eli, it's Truny. Hey, you haven't contacted me at all this late. What exactly are you doing? Where are you right now? Come on, at least send me a message.
Bailey! Sorry, I know I promised, but I ended up running late.
Huh? Eli, Bailey? Promise? What are you talking about?
Oh, come on, don't be mad. My boss wouldn't let me go and dragged me out for drinks. I just finally got away.
I see.
Yeah, seriously. I already hate drinking with that guy, and on top of that, my wife would not stop blowing up my phone. You know, where are you? What are you doing? Nagging me non-stop. It was such a pain.
Oh, it was a pain, huh?
I swear she acts like she thinks I'm cheating or something. Not that she has any proof, so there's nothing she can really do.
Huh.
And I'm already suffering enough dealing with my annoying boss trying to keep my patience. She doesn't even try to understand how tough my day's been. Honestly, she's just way too much. That's why I'd much rather be with someone cute and sweet like you. You're such a breath of fresh air. I just want to hold you already.
I'll be waiting.
Sorry again for being late. It must have been lonely waiting all by yourself at the hotel, huh? I'm almost there. And hey, tomorrow's my day off. Why don't we just spend the whole day together? To make it up to you, I'll even buy you something fancy. Another designer gift. How's that?
Really? That makes me so happy.
Of course. Look forward to it. Hey, trunk.
What?
What? Don't give me that! First you start acting all weird, throwing accusations at me, and now you're locking me out of my own house? I get home late because of work obligations, and this is what I come back to!
Huh? Why?
Why? That's what I should be asking you! Let me guess, you're pissed again because I stayed out?
The fact that you're bringing this up now means you didn't come home last night either. Not just a late night, more like disappearing for 2 whole days. And now you want to act like the victim?
2 nights ago, my boss forced me to go out drinking, and I crashed at a coworker's place. Then yesterday was my day off, so I just went out and had some fun with him. What's the big deal? It's my free time. I can do what I want.
Oh, And what exactly are you trying to say?
What am I trying to say? Are you serious? I'm saying don't lock your own husband out of the house.
If you've got the energy to stand around outside complaining, maybe just open the door yourself. Oh, wait, don't tell me. You forgot your key?
I left it at home that night, okay? If I had it, I wouldn't be asking you for help, obviously.
Oh, I see. So you forgot your key, yet somehow you're the one acting all high and mighty?
What? People forget things sometimes. You don't have to be so damn petty about it just because you're in a bad mood.
Oh, are you describing yourself right now?
You're so damn annoying.
I mean, come on, you're clearly the one who's mad here.
Of course I'm mad. I come home, can't even get inside, and instead of just opening the door, you're bombarding me with accusations through text messages. Anyone would be pissed. Now stop wasting time and open the damn door.
Oh, so I'm annoying and persistent, huh? Quite the choice of words. Tell me, what exactly about me is so annoying?
Are you serious? You never listen. You never trust me.
Oh, you mean like how you've been coming home late, staying out overnight, and suddenly taking days off to party? That kind of not trusting you?
Yeah!
And you seriously thought that would convince me? Because to me, that just sounds like a guy trying way too hard to cover up an affair.
That's only because your mind is filthy. I'm out there working my ass off, dealing with people I don't even like, trying to keep things smooth at my job. And what do I get? A wife who treats me like a damn criminal, with no proof, by the way.
Oh, proof. Yeah, that's the thing. I haven't said anything yet because I was waiting. I wanted to see just how you'd slip up.
You talk like you know I did something. This is borderline defamation, you know.
Oh, is that so?
Enough! This is getting us nowhere! Just open the door already! If you've got something to say it to my face!
Yeah, about that. That's gonna be a little difficult.
What? Quit messing around! What, are you too scared to talk to me directly? Coward!
Oh, it's just... I'm not there.
What? Wait, you're not home? At this hour? You're never out this early. What the hell are you doing?
You might want to check yourself. That's what they call a boomerang, right to the face. And no, it's not funny.
Quit screwing around! I'm asking why you, of all people, are out of the house at this time! It's weird! What, you got something to hide now?
Oh? Is that what you think? Oh, actually, there was something kind of funny.
What?
You really have no idea, do you?
What the hell are you talking about?
You are so clueless, it's almost sad. Here, why don't you take a good look at our chat history? Scroll up. Check out the last messages you sent me before this conversation started.
What? What the hell are you getting at?
Just read it. Go ahead.
Fine. What am I even looking for?
Oh, you'll see.
What the hell is this?
Oh, you read it? Well then, let's hear your thoughts.
Shut up! I was drunk! I messed up a lot of things, okay?
Oh, really? Drunk, huh? I mean, I was honestly shocked, you know. It's not every day I get a message like that in the middle of the night. At first, I wasn't sure how to react. I figured maybe you were just being an idiot. But then I thought, what if he actually screws up and digs his own grave? So I decided to just play along. And wow, you did not disappoint. You kept talking and talking, shoveling deeper and deeper, making it worse with every word. It was almost fascinating to watch. I was even looking forward to what kind of pathetic excuse you'd come up with in the morning. But you didn't even realize, not a single hint of guilt. You just woke up like it was any other day.
I told you already, I was drunk!
Oh, sure, drunk. Drunk enough to call out some woman's name, to text her saying you wanted to spend some quality time together, to head straight to the hotel where she was waiting alone. And to top it all off, you even bragged about how you'd bought her expensive gifts multiple times. But no, of course, you weren't cheating.
Just going there doesn't prove anything. It's not like there's solid evidence. And if I just wandered in drunk, it means even less. Besides, I was joking.
Joking? Wow, that's your defense? Okay, let's play along with that logic. Even if it was a joke, it doesn't change the fact that you clearly had somewhere you'd rather be than at home with me. You made your priorities clear, so I made mine. I moved out.
What?
Which means when you came stumbling back home that night, you were talking to an empty apartment. Muttering, making excuses, maybe even cursing under your breath. All of it to absolutely no one. That image alone is priceless.
What the hell are you saying?
Oh, and one more thing. I left the divorce papers on the table along with a letter, but plot twist, you forgot your key and couldn't even get inside, could you? What a poetic ending.
Are you mocking me? Just hold on. What do you mean you moved out?
Well, you see, a friend I used to work with before we got married had been asking me for a while. They're launching a new apparel brand and wanted me to join the team. They even set up a place for me to stay. Pretty generous, don't you think?
Generous?
But you know, when we got married, you told me to quit my job. So I hesitated, even though I had some side income. I wasn't sure if I should really take that step and go back to work. And just when I was struggling with that decision, your little cheating scandal happened. Then, as if the universe wanted to give me one last push, you sent that absolutely ridiculous, incriminating, misdirected message 2 nights ago. That was the final straw. I made up my mind. I'm divorcing you.
I already told you, there's no proof I cheated.
That house was yours to begin with, and I didn't have much stuff, so moving out didn't take long. Still, if you had just come home that night, I would have sat down and talked things through. I was willing to have that conversation, but no, you didn't even come home. Not only that, you strolled in the next morning without a care in the world. I was speechless.
I already told you why.
And I already told you. I can't believe you're still denying it.
Because there's no proof.
You know, a confession of infidelity counts as evidence in court.
Even if that's true, if I was drunk and just joking around, it wouldn't hold up. I've been saying this from the start.
Fair point. Even with all this, if you spin it that way, it could be tough to make it stick in court. I was hoping to get a proper settlement out of you.
There wasn't even an affair to begin with. Get that through your head.
Oh, about that. To gather proof, I did a little digging into the women around you, specifically one named Bailey. And guess what? It took me less than a day to find something interesting.
What?
Well, turns out a friend of yours knows Bailey, and according to them, she's actually engaged. But she's been hiding that fact while cozying up to different men and getting them to buy her expensive gifts.
Excuse me?
Apparently she was so proud of her little sugar daddy list that she even showed it off. Your friend was completely disgusted.
A sugar daddy list? So she was using me the whole time? That bitch!
Oh, look at that. You just confessed. Not that it really mattered. I already saw your name on the list anyway. So yeah, I'll be filing the divorce papers. And don't forget about the settlement.
That's not the point! I should be suing that woman instead!
Honestly, as long as you pay what you owe, I couldn't care less what you do.
Oh, please! It's just some pocket change, right? What are we talking here, $1,000? $2,000?
Well, I'll be discussing the exact amount with my lawyer, but probably around $20,000, maybe $30,000.
What?
Oh, by the way, did I mention who Bailey's fiancé is? It's your boss's son.
What?
Oh, and before I forget, I left your spare key in the mailbox. Have fun with that. Bye. After everything settled down, the divorce was finalized without any major complications. The alimony was arranged, and I received it all in one lump sum, just as I had planned and hoped for. At last, the chapter with Eli, with all of its pain and turmoil, was officially closed, and I was free to move forward with my life. However, Eli seemed to have grossly underestimated what the costs of the divorce would be. I learned that he had anticipated a far smaller settlement, and when the final amount was revealed to him, the shock on his face was almost comical. Apparently his reaction was something straight out of a tragic comedy. He was an emotional wreck, tears and snot running down his face as he wailed, "My savings are all gone! Everything's gone!" The man was beside himself, and it was honestly a bit pathetic to witness. Still, I couldn't help but feel a strange sense of satisfaction in knowing that the reality of his actions had finally hit him hard. His complacency, his selfishness, his total disregard for anyone but himself, none of it had prepared him for the consequences of his behavior. It was almost poetic justice that he now had to face the very fallout that he tried so hard to avoid for so long. His financial meltdown was nothing compared to the consequences he faced in his career. Word spread fast in the office about the divorce, and the whispers didn't take long to reach his ears. His colleagues and peers began murmuring about how he had stolen the CEO's son's fiancée, a scandal that would forever tarnish his reputation. The office became so uncomfortable for him that, after some time, he made the decision to quit his job. The atmosphere had turned so toxic that he couldn't even show his face without feeling like everyone was talking behind his back. The once proud man who had built his life on manipulating others and maintaining a facade of superiority was now reduced to someone unable to even work in peace. He had failed so spectacularly, and the shame that followed was a bitter pill for him to swallow. Things didn't get better for Bailey either. She had her own set of disastrous consequences to face. The infamous sugar daddy list that she had kept hidden from her fiancé had been uncovered, and needless to say, it didn't end well. When her fiancé found out about her list of men she had been secretly courting for financial support, it was the final straw in their already rocky relationship. Their engagement was abruptly called off, and she was left to pick up the pieces of her broken plans. But that wasn't the end of her downfall. To add to her already mounting issues, Bailey soon faced legal troubles. She was hit with alimony claims from both me and the translator, which were only the tip of the iceberg. She was also being sued by several men who felt they had been deceived by her, claiming that she had been running some kind of marriage scam. To top it all off, Bailey's parents, who had once supported her no matter what, disowned her when they found out the full extent of her actions. They couldn't stand by her when it became clear how far she had gone in manipulating everyone around her. Her once promising future now seemed to be slipping away, and her life was spiraling into a never-ending series of legal disputes and personal failures. In the end, she found herself resorting to the very things she had tried to avoid, working late-night jobs just to make ends meet. It was a far cry from the luxurious lifestyle she had once envisioned, and yet it felt like nothing more than the culmination of all her bad choices. To me, watching Bailey's world crumble was almost satisfying in its own way. I didn't feel any joy from her misery, but I couldn't help but see the karmic retribution unfolding. All of her manipulations, all of her selfish desires had eventually come back to bite her in the most dramatic way. There was a certain sense of justice in the way her life had turned out. Even if I didn't wish such hardship upon anyone, it was a bitter reminder that the choices we make in life have lasting consequences, and sometimes they are more far-reaching than we ever realize at the time. On the other hand, my life had taken a completely different turn, one that was marked by growth, peace, and fulfillment. In the aftermath of the divorce and all the chaos that had surrounded it, I found myself in a place of stability. One of my close friends had started a brand, and it had taken off faster than any of us had anticipated. It was such an exciting time for me. I had the opportunity to help build something from the ground up, and the satisfaction I felt from watching it succeed was something I could have never predicted. What once seemed like a chaotic period in my life had turned into a period of transformation, where I was able to focus on personal and professional growth. The brand's success allowed me to live in a way that felt truly fulfilling. Each day was filled with new challenges, yes, but they were challenges that brought me joy because they were aligned with what I wanted to accomplish. I had become more independent, more self-assured, and more passionate about what I was doing. And honestly, I had Eli's carelessness to thank for it. If it hadn't been for his utter disregard for anyone but himself, if he hadn't made the mistakes that ultimately pushed me to the point of no return, I might still be stuck in that toxic relationship, waiting for things to get better. The truth is, his betrayal set me free in ways I never would have imagined. It was through the pain of the past that I had found the strength to move forward and create something better for myself. Looking back now, I can't help but feel grateful for the way things unfolded. Life had its ups and downs, yes, but it was these very challenges that shaped me into the person I am today. The difficulties I faced, though tough at the time, ultimately led me to discover a new sense of purpose and direction. It was through the chaos that I learned who I really was and what I was capable of. Eli and Bailey might never fully understand the impact they had on my life, but I certainly had learned a lot from their actions. Life had shown me the value of resilience, of finding strength in the face of adversity, and of knowing when to walk away from situations that no longer served me. In the end, I realized that the most important thing was not what had been taken from me, but what I was able to build for myself in the aftermath.
Thank you for watching. Please subscribe and hit the like button. See you next time.